And what we had to say to him was, Freddie, we're going to do this thing. Don't laugh along.
Okay.
Because it can't look like it's like a sort of roast monologue.
Yeah.
Which is why Freddie's such a brilliant actor, looks so angry in that we just make out like it's real. Don't just laugh along when we start saying all these things to different people. And the only instruction I was given was you can't interact with Capello.
talkSPORT Sports Update, powered by the Nissan Van Range. Commercial vehicles that go the distance for your business. Search Nissan Vans or head to your local Nissan Van Centre.
With the headlines at 1:01, I'm Tom Clayton. Good afternoon. It's another VAR decision that may decide a top flight title. We're all talking about that decision at Motherwell last night. It means Celtic have a much better chance at the Premiership title on Saturday. Simon Jordan didn't mince his words.
This one decision was scandalously bad. It was scandalously bad. And that referee shouldn't be anywhere near refereeing that game or any game in the immediate future because of that decision, because it's that bad a decision.
Ali McCoist was on this morning too. He says there's only one positive to come from all this.
You boys talking about it. Yep. Gary Lineker talking about it. Jeff's going off his head about it. Everybody. I mean, it's as bad as it is, it might bring it, to people's notice because it was an appalling decision.
Elsewhere, Arne Slot's confident of his Liverpool future, even despite their pretty average season.
I have every reason to believe I'm the Liverpool manager next season. First of all, I'm contracted to this club. And second of all, from all the talks we are having.
He's also confirmed Mo Salah will be available for a few minutes off the bench at Aston Villa live on talkSPORT tomorrow. Mikel Arteta seemed to confirm Ben White's World Cup dream is over with a long-term injury, but Jurrien Timber could be fit again for the Champions League final. Meanwhile, Gabriel, David Raya and Declan Rice have all been nominated for Premier League Player of the Season. Erling Haaland, Antoine Semenyo and Brentford's Igor Thiago made up the six-man shortlist. Now, Madonna and BTS and Shakira will perform at the World Cup halftime show this summer, but there are concerns that the performance will extend the traditional 15-minute break between play. And the PGA Championship golf is underway. Rory McIlroy tees off at 1:40pm UK time. Get more at talksport.com.
talkSPORT News.
We're hearing a handful of Labour MPs are considering putting themselves forward in a potential leadership race, and Donald Trump's called the US-China relationship one of the most consequential in human history. All from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. With over 600 centres across the UK, most of which open 7 days a week, we're always there when you need us. QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
Sunny spells and showers, the heaviest of those across central and southern UK. Thunderstorms as well. Breezy with coastal gales in the later in the far northeast.
This is Paul Hawksbee and Charlie Baker with you through until 4 here on talkSPORT Where this afternoon. Please, Charlie, tell us what's coming up.
Coming up over the next 3 hours, former Hearts defender turns Times sports writer Gregor Robertson weighs in on that Celtic penalty. Former Hull defender Michael Turner on the forgotten team in all this Spygate mayhem. And Manchester United supporting charlatans frontman Tim Burgess on Carrick, the new kit and his radio series.
That's right. We'll also go in search of your quirky club visits. Arsenal supporting comedian Alfie Dundas pops in, and apparently ChatGPT has had another busy week.
Oh, good, all this. Plus Tim Crew with the latest from South America. We'll visit the ground so high that you play in oxygen masks, plus other weird tales with author Paul Watson. And another waste of half an hour kids' game birthday spread.
Indeed, it is 5 minutes past 1. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Charlie. And good afternoon, Sangeeta, because you've got a bit of breaking news for us.
I have indeed. Yes, breaking news we have just heard within the last 5 minutes or so. Wes Streeting, the Health Secretary, has quit his role. This paves the way for a Labour leadership contest, which is widely expected, challenging against Sir Keir Starmer. Now, this was, of course, as I say, widely expected over the last 24 to 48 hours. There's been lots of whispers around Westminster. We know Wes Streeting had a 20-minute meeting with Sir Keir Starmer yesterday morning. It's thought that it was then that he set out his intentions and told the PM, and now he's told us, the public, well, he's quit anyway. We are expecting him to put in that bid for the leadership contest. But critically, he now has to be rounding up support from members of the Labour Party. He needs to reach that magic number of 81 to trigger a leadership challenge. So he and his team will be working on that. Angela Rayner, meanwhile, has also done an interview with ITV. She didn't explicitly rule herself out of a leadership contest, and she didn't also fully back the Prime Minister. She says she's been cleared of deliberately avoiding tax on a second home, so potentially that paves the way for her to throw her hat into the ring as well. So just breaking news there for you. Wes Streeting, the Health Secretary, has quit his role, potentially paving the way for the Labour leadership contest challenging Sir Keir Starmer.
Excellent. Thanks very much. So there we are. As Sangeeta said, not completely unexpected, but there we are. The race is on, and you would imagine there'll be more people popping out the woodwork, and some unlikely ones as well, from what we've been hearing today.
It's always fun when someone you've never heard of.
I don't know whether to watch the news tonight or just watch the rise of the nutters, the classic thick of it, which is effectively what's going on. If you've got an hour of your time, it's just genius telly.
Very, very
and
good television.
Probably is as good as the news. But really, as that news breaks, of course, we have our two sister stations, Times Radio and Talk Radio, are going to be right across this story, and we'll keep you updated throughout the afternoon. But we stick to the sport. And can I start commiserating, Charlie?
Yeah.
I did feel for you at the weekend. Your team, Torquay United, found themselves in the National League South playoff against Hornchurch. Mm-hmm. Twice they were in the lead, and twice they were pegged back in the dying seconds of both games to ultimately lose, Charlie.
You're saying it quite a lot, Paul.
No, it was. I didn't, honestly, I was gutted for it. It was awful.
I spoke a little bit about this yesterday, and I congratulated Hornchurch yesterday. But I did also say that I would take all that, with the fouls and the build up to the goals and everything, and in our goals as well. I'd take all that, over VAR.
Well,
I'd take all that, having my own reaction to that, and being able to deal with it in my own way, than being told what to go with, what the ref said. And to go with what happened in that game, I'll take it. But Hornchurch were better than us the whole season. All season, they were more or less above us the whole season.
Yeah.
They're a better team, and they were better in the big boy moments, Paul. And that's when you got to be good in it, and in those pressure.
It's hard
moments.
to take though when you're in the lead twice.
It is hard. It's always hard to take when you're in the lead twice. But it's a classic Torquay United thing to let in a goal in the 92nd minute. It's happened. I've supported them for 40 years, Paul.
Yeah,
and it's happened nearly every single game we've ever been in the league.
Well, to cheer them up and get a spring in their step, the people of Torquay, they will be embracing Roy Chubby Brown, who has been asked not to appear in Exeter because he doesn't align with the values of the people.
Not Exeter, Exmouth.
But Exmouth, sorry.
Yeah.
But he aligns with the people, the values of the people in Torquay.
I imagine he does.
Because I think he's playing there now. So if you want a night of, high quality swearing.
He's a great joke teller. They're horrible jokes.
Yeah, but you can't.
But he's a great joke teller.
You cannot fault the timing. Anyway, there we are. A couple of things to get going on this afternoon. We are going to be chatting to Gregor Robertson, who his first club was Hearts. He played for Forest and other fine teams. He's now a Times sports writer. And along with a million other people, he was tweeting. You sent me a message. I was watching the end of that game. It got interesting. I thought, I'm going to turn over and watch the end of this.
Yeah.
Because it was...
I watched the whole game, actually.
Yeah.
And I actually watched the Hearts game. And then because I like that guy at the start, the guy who sings.
Oh, yeah, you like him. I'll try and get him on.
Paul, have you ever heard that song ever before?
Don't think
the last 2 or 3 weeks?
No.
And yet, everybody in that crowd knows it. They're all singing it like, oh yeah, we've sung this forever.
Yeah.
And it sounds
well, we're not Hearts fans.
Songs from the 70s. I know, but it's like suddenly become this major song.
Yeah.
I love that wee guy.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He's right up my street, that sort of guy. So I watched the Hearts game, and then I thought, oh, they've won that. And so I flipped over to the Celtic game, and Paul.
Well, I just, in the moment.
It just did not, it felt
I just
it
said
felt
to you,
bad.
How can you make that a decision as seismic as that on one angle? I mean, maybe he's seen lots of angles.
In 20 seconds.
Is it? I mean, I was wondering.
Took 8 minutes.
If the SPL's got some sort of Poundland VAR, because we seem to have this one distant shot.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, I've seen that angle.
Yeah.
Where are the other angles?
It was on the Motherwell Ring doorbell.
I think it was.
That was the VAR.
And how can you make a decision? I'll tell you what, you would have watched it a whole lot more had it been Motherwell and it was Celtic being sawn off.
I mean, it was bad.
It just, I mean, I'm sure, look, I'm not questioning the integrity of anybody involved, but it's the optics of it, isn't it?
I messaged a couple of my Celtic friends last night, and one of them being Barca Jim Paul, who's a huge Celtic fan, and we had him on the show. I can't tell you what he said, but I just checked my giver-ometer, and it's registering 0. And if it's you, if it's you go, well, there we go. You don't care, do you?
You don't care.
You're still in it.
I keep seeing all these images. I don't know if they've been AI'd, but the Hearts player suddenly, the Motherwell player suddenly got this massive hand.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of
the
AI.
old Kenny Everett character.
Oh, here's the proof, and it's like...
Is he wearing a kind of sponge hand that he bought at the NBA or something? And there's the proof. I mean, every time I look at it and I look at the pictures, I don't think it's conclusive.
No.
Like, they had the match officials mic'd up talking about the Sesko goal against Liverpool. And even Howard Webb is saying there in the studio, Mike Lowen said, I think it probably does touch his hand, but we can't conclusively prove it. And if we can't, you have to stick with the original decision.
If you play club tennis, there's a rule, right, which is, if you think it's out, it's not out.
Yeah.
If it's definitely out, it's out. Anything else, it's not out. And that should be the same. If you're not sure, then no.
Are we in a position to hear the audio? Will we find? Well, we'll have a chat with Gregor about it. We'll come on to that in a moment. I mean, look, Celtic fans do not care a jot, do they?
No.
Why should they? Because they're right in the mix. They were gone for all money before that moment.
This is good from Masterson on 1089.
Yeah.
Hello, Paul. Has anyone thought of asking the Motherwell player whether it was handball or not? Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Oh, well, yeah. He's as honest
as the day is long. But it's not conclusive, is it? It just isn't. You're just not sure for when you watch it.
But it's another VAR problem, because if the ref doesn't give it, then no one complains. It's like, oh, what's so annoying.
It would only be human nature to go up to that screen and be thinking, well, I mean, you really would be, wouldn't you? You'd be thinking, if we get this wrong, this is Celtic. The whole world of pain is going to come down.
World of pain is coming.
As I said, I don't think there's the jeopardy at the other end. That's human nature. It's got nothing to do with integrity. It's about, if you're sawing off Motherwell, it maybe doesn't feel quite as bad.
I will say the pitch invasion was immense. It did look.
I tell you what it was.
Celtic fans
it was a bit like the Japanese fans clearing up a dressing room. Because if you watched it, they all went absolutely nuts in the moment, which we can forgive.
Yeah.
Nobody should get over a barrier.
No.
They'll admit that. But I've never seen people get. You could hear they were kind of self-policing it.
Yeah,
going,
right now, back now.
We don't want this called off. We don't want anything messed up. We don't want points. Let's get back over the barrier. And so by the end of it, everybody's behaving themselves.
Buying the stewards a drink.
Anyway, we're going to be chatting to Paul Watson later on. He's written a fine book. He often used to join us talking about the Sweeper podcast. He picks up these mad, quirky stories from world football. And he's written around the world in 80 clubs.
Yeah, lovely.
A journey through the weird, wacky and wonderful world of football. And one of the teams, Union Minas, they play at 4,378 metres above sea level. They're in Peru. And that's basically not far off of Mount Everest base camp. So teams have gone there and are constantly going to the side of the pitch, not for a drinks break, but for an oxygen break.
Oh, yeah, of course,
taking gulps of oxygen canisters.
Amazing.
So we wondered, maybe to add to Paul's next book, let's get some of those little quirky football trips you made. Maybe you're just on holiday, you found that there was a game on.
Yeah.
We've got other ones where the biggest fan of the club is a Labrador that's got a season ticket.
Oh, lovely.
And cheers the team on.
What's that, Sausage FC?
I think it would be Sausage FC. Biscuit FC. Squirrel FC. So, who said that?
Who said that? Squirrel.
Who said squirrel?
Tennis.
So, do let us know if you've taken a game in weird and wonderful places, some of the war stories you brought back. Talksport.com, text 81089, tweet TSH and J. We will begin with that penalty. Times Sports Right, the former Hearts defender. Gregor Robertson joins us for a chat. No one's talking about Hull and what they're going through at the moment. I don't know who they're playing in a playoff final at the moment. I mean, it probably is going to be Southampton, but there are no guarantees with everything that's going on with Spygate. So we'll stand their corner with the man who helped get them up in 2000, that infamous Dean Windass winner, of course, at the playoff final. Michael Turner joins us for a chat. And Tim Burgess from the Charlatans joining us as well. He's got a new radio show on Virgin. The new Manchester United kit's out today. We'll run that past him. He's a big United fan, and we'll get his thoughts on Michael Carrick. Lots to come. Chat GPT, birthday spread. Do hope you can stick around for the next 3 hours. If you want to get in touch on anything this afternoon, including those little quirky visits to football matches around the world, talksport.com/H&J. Text to 81089 or tweet to TSH&J 03717 223344. Of course, we're here with our good friends at Tool Station. And the Tool Station Club, you'll get 10% off all electrical and lighting products when you buy cable and flexes. First stop, Tool Station.
It's going to be a fun run. I mean, with the Premier League, I think it really is in our hands now. I can't see us giving it away with our remaining fixtures, especially Burnley at home next Monday night, which I will be going to.
Yeah, I feel as well, Man City will drop points. I really believe it. Bournemouth away. Irio's last game, home game of the season, and they're fighting for Champions League. That's a tough game for Man City.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. If obviously Aston Villa go and win the Europa League final, doesn't that open
sixth place?
Yeah. So Bournemouth have got it all to fight for.
Because Brighton have got 2 winnable games behind them as well, so they know they probably need 2 wins. Bournemouth.
Yeah, Brighton have been in great form as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. But guys, I've got to tell you, and I know you guys have probably already been told, but a lot of rival fans listening to this are going to think I'm crazy. I actually, a few weeks ago, had Mikel Arteta's face tattooed on my forearm.
No, I don't believe you.
I really have. It's on my TikTok page. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name of it, am I?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, so if for anyone listening, it's called Arsenal.overflow. And yeah, you'll find it on TikTok. It's pinned at the top of my profile. I had Mikel Arteta's face tattooed alongside Thierry Henry and Emirates Stadium in the background because I do believe in this man. I do believe he is the one that's going to get us over that line, get us the trophies. And once these come in this season, I think we're just going to keep on going. Then I think the next couple of seasons we'll continue winning a lot more silverware.
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win? Because we're giving one lucky listener the chance to win a massive £25,000. Oh my God. Go to talksport.com/win to enter now, and you could win 25 grand in your hand, tax free.
Oh, that's incredible.
Get that winning feeling courtesy of talkSPORT Win.
Thank you very much.
Find out how to enter now at talksport.com/win.
Going absolutely nuts about VAR. We're just as a concept, not just last night. Anyway, let's get into last night. Gregor Robertson joins us from the Times. He's a former Hearts player. He started his career there. But let's hear from the current Hearts boss, Derek McInnes. Spoke to the media after their 3-0. They did their bit last night, and they looked home and host to the dying seconds. He was asked about Celtic's controversial last-minute penalty against Motherwell.
And seeing it, it feels like us against everybody. It's when you see the two that we didn't get at the weekend, and then you see that, how they can arrive at that situation. I mean, listen, Celtic have, I'm sure, more than a touch of fortune at getting that penalty. But I'm getting more and more dismayed at some of the decisions that our referees are coming up with. It's such a bad decision. Motherwell must feel totally aggrieved with it. I don't see. I had to keep looking at it. I thought I was missing something when I was watching it. I had to ask, what am I looking for here? No, it's actually quite disgusting, to be honest.
Well, he finally got there in the end with what he wanted to say. Gregor, you've kind of confirmed what I was sort of half joking about, saying it's a Poundland VAR, and Charlie saying they used Motherwell's Ring doorbell for the footage. Because it's kind of VAR light, isn't it? It's the what the Championship has effectively decided they don't want. Maybe watching the way it works in the SPL's put them off.
Yeah, it's a kind of budget version. I think there's 30 cameras positioned around every ground in the Premier League in England. There's nowhere near that amount, and that's why everyone watching at home probably last night was thinking, when are we going to see the next angle?
Yeah.
And they didn't have one. So
you sent out a tweet saying, when is all this nonsense, or paraphrasing, when is all this nonsense going to stop? But you were talking about the concept of VAR, not just the way it was implemented last night, really.
Yeah, I think this was a perfect example of what VAR has done to the way football is officiated, basically. It took a moment of no consequence and created one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think anyone watching this game in the stadium, like clearly the referee, the linesman, none of the players claimed for anything. And despite all of that, with the benefit of a slow motion replay, you're allowed to suddenly think that this was a moment egregious enough to decide the game. And it's absolute madness in my view.
I think if we hear the audio, it'll be interesting from the VAR, because you do sense the first call in the moment from the VAR will be, that looks like an elbow, that could be an elbow. So they're not even looking for a handball. It's only as they go back to look at it, maybe for sort of violent conduct in the box, that they probably notice that there's a hand there. So they've really had to go out their way. It's not as if that's the first thing they've spotted.
No, I mean, it took everyone a long time to kind of spot what the issue was. I think even Chris Sutton on CoComs, it took him a while. He thought it was an elbow incident in the first instance. And then we kind of relighted on the fact that it could have been a handball when you saw this freeze frame in a particular moment that was it's still incredibly ambiguous.
We're showing it to people if you're watching on YouTube. I mean, again, that's a spot the ball picture. The ball's not when the ball actually hits his head.
Yeah.
I mean, his hand. It doesn't conclusively say it's hit his hand.
No.
It looks like it's hit his head and his hand's alongside his head.
No, and actually, I mean, this might sound a bit crazy, but for me, I don't care if it hit his hand.
No.
It didn't have any material effect on the outcome.
No.
He headed the ball away.
Sure.
If it glanced his hand or his arm, I don't care because no one saw it. We're not supposed to. The laws of the game were never supposed to be interpreted through the prism of a slow motion replay. And so the way we interpret them now is completely warped. It's completely warped. It's not something that warrants a penalty. It's not something. The laws of the game were written so you weren't able to gain unfair advantage. What unfair advantage was gained here, even if the ball had struck his hand?
Totally agree. I mean, I'm saying we talked a lot about the bravery of the officials. If that's the way you want to look at it, I know West Ham fans won't, at the weekend, and Chris Kavanagh making that very big call to rule that out. Because you can't look at that decision in isolation. You've got to look at it in context, haven't you? And everything that meant to Hearts, to Celtic, keeping them alive and everything.
It was just extraordinary drama. I mean, we have to, I don't know about everyone else. I had both games on separate screens, and there was that kind of period of limbo. I think it was up to 8 minutes or something, where Hearts were kind of Hearts players were waiting on the pitch to get confirmation, and then you hear there's a penalty. And as Derek McInnes said, there's a huge sort of dollop of cynicism in Scottish football about the way games are officiated. I'm not sure there's any merit in that. I think that this is a flawed concept, and I actually think when you it will be interesting to see the transcript and hear the audio of this. But when we heard the one from the weekend at the London Stadium involving Arsenal and West Ham, like my first reaction is always, this is a really hard job. Almost impossible job because of the weight of pressure, the time constraints, and actually the system itself is flawed. It's the kind of way, the extent to which it's prejudiced by the VAR is unescapable. If you're called over to look at an incident the VAR has chosen for you to look at, that puts the thought in your mind immediately. It's no wonder that referees almost never make an independent decision.
Fans accept that it's hard. Although they'll scream and shout about it, they accept that reffing a game is hard. What they don't accept is when VAR has been brought in to make it foolproof and simpler, and it's made it harder and created more problems. So fans don't accept that. Absolutely. They don't want football run by the IT department.
Absolutely, yeah. But I actually still would slightly question whether, if you were to kind of poll fans, how many are at the stage yet where they would want to get rid of VAR. I still think there's actually quite a lot of support for VAR, because the other problem is it's been around for so long now that you'll be getting a whole generation of fans who've never known anything different. This is the way you experience football.
In the Premier League.
In the Premier League. That's an important point to say.
On the television,
That's true. But there's no doubt it's just multiplied the opportunity for humans to make errors. And the idea that it's clearing up all these howlers when it's actually creating howlers that no one could have even considered in real time. It's bizarre.
So how are you feeling on Saturday lunchtime going now as a Hearts player to Celtic Park in light of everything that's happened? I mean, I'm sure we heard from Derek McInnes, he's upset about it. They've had an amazing season. Can they go again? I mean, you've just got to get on with it, haven't you? I mean, were you optimistic if they'd gone into this game without the controversy? If Celtic had won last night comfortably and so it went down the wire, did you feel that Hearts could get something from it, or were you a bit concerned?
I think, along with a lot of Hearts fans, I would have been concerned for Hearts. The weight of the tide of emotion that can wash over you from 60,000 supporters inside Celtic Park is pretty remarkable. And for the Hearts players to go into that environment and avoid defeat would be no mean feat at all. And we were talking beforehand, even if the penalty hadn't been awarded, actually holding on to not losing by 3 clear goals wouldn't have been a given. I mean, I think Hearts could have done it because Hearts have been brilliant all season, and they've got a great record in the big games. But that in itself would have been no mean feat. So I think to go there and to avoid defeat is going to be really hard. it just tees up an absolute cracker. And what a season it has been in this title race.
And also ahead of schedule. Tony Bloom said he would expect to come second, but he thought, within the next 5 years they'd be in this position.
Yeah.
So,
that's a great story.
Hopefully it's not going to be a one-off and it's going to be a 3-horse race from here on in.
That has to be the hope, because that would be better for
Scottish football and everything, yeah.
Have you got another Times podcast out?
We recorded one this morning, as you would expect. We've spoken about this quite a lot, and spoke to our Scottish correspondent Michael Grant, who was at Tynecastle and sort of experienced that roller coaster as well firsthand. So yes, that will be out later today.
Excellent. Good to talk to you, Gregor. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Gregor Robertson there, former Hearts player, Forest player, and Times football journalist, and part of the Times football podcast. You can go and check it out wherever you get your podcasts. The other big scandal of the week, apart from what went on at West Ham Arsenal the other day, is Spygate, of course. And why is no one talking about Hull? We'll do that shortly with their former defender, Michael Turner.
Ben White is to miss the rest of Arsenal's season and is set to be ruled out of the World Cup. A suspected knee ligament injury for Ben. He picked it up on Sunday. I think it was a 50-50, wasn't it, with Somerville of West Ham. Now, up until now, Tuchel has ignored Trent Alexander-Arnold since his move to Real Madrid this summer. Could it be goodbye Ben and hello Trent? What do you think?
My gut feeling is Tuchel just doesn't fancy Trent, no matter who's fit or not, to be honest. From a defensive point of view, that's how it feels. The recent squad, he had 36, and he didn't put him in, so I don't see why I'd be putting him in now.
You think he's decided he's not going to be featured?
Feels that way.
Yeah,
I might be completely wrong, but
no matter what.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be going. It's a shame for Ben White because he seems to be in a good books for Tuchel, and he's just started to get his form back a little bit, playing regularly because Timber's injury. He's decent player.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know Gary Neville had a little criticism of the way he made that tackle. I kind of make him right in a way, but the problem you've got now, because I missed the final once by dangling a leg. Rio come through me hard, Rio Ferdinand, the way it leads it was, and I did my ligaments, missed the final because of it. And I look back on the tackle and think, yeah, I should have gone in full tilt. Problem you've got now with the way the rules are, especially with the follow-through rule, even if you go in full tilt and you do get the ball, but you catch someone on the way through,
and you get a red card.
Yeah, it actually encourages you to be a bit more tentative.
So what is?
Only one story in town today. It's the VAR call that's rocked Britain and Ali McCoist.
A horrendous decision that has effectively, I think, once again embarrassed Scottish football.
With the Scottish title slipping away at Motherwell, Celtic were awarded a 99th minute penalty. talkSPORT's Shabana Hearn, whose specs are green tinted, gives her take on Sam Nicholson's clearance.
He's clearly got his hand up on his forehead and the ball comes off the heel of his hand. That's all I can see.
Celtic's win means Hearts need to avoid defeat at Celtic Park on Saturday to take that title. Here's Simon Jordan.
And that referee shouldn't be anywhere near refereeing that game or any game in the immediate future because of that decision, because it's that bad a decision.
It seems Ben White's World Cup dream is over. Mikel Arteta says his injury looks long-term, but Jurrien Timber could be fit for the Champions League final. No Ben White at the World Cup, but Shakira, Madonna and K-pop band BTS will all be there to perform in the first ever World Cup final half-time show. Coldplay's Chris Martin's organising it. Here he is with Elmo.
Can you believe it? They're doing a halftime show during the World Cup final.
That doesn't sound half bad.
Well, it doesn't sound half good either. Oh!
Hey, Statler and Waldorf, you guys are invited too. Everyone's invited, right?
Yeah. Sure,
okay, so let's go.
There's more as ever at talksport.com.
Before we talk football, the US PGA golf course is underway. It started a little while ago. Gabby Partington's going to keep us in touch with what's going on. Good afternoon, Gabby.
Hello, Gabby.
Good afternoon, guys. How are you both?
Yeah, very well,
good.
thank you. Yeah, really good.
We love the golf, don't we? We have the second major of the year is up and running. I'm sure you two both tuned into the Masters, but we've already got here 19 groups already out on the golf course, and this is the 108th edition of the PGA Championship, and it's arguably the strongest field probably in world golf. You've got 97 of the world's top 100 all teeing up this week. In terms of the action right there now out on the golf course, it is early days, as we know. Englishman Harry Hall has the joint lead alongside Michael Brennan. But the main story, guys, so far actually remains here at the Championship debutant Alex Fitzpatrick, who's just a shot back after such an impressive start from him. Just a bit of context for you. The Englishman only secured his PGA Tour card last month, and that was thanks to victory alongside his older brother Matt Fitzpatrick at the Zurich Classic, as he backed that up with a top 10 and a top 5 in his last 2 starts. So the brothers are definitely arriving in form. Now, Matt's already a 3-time winner on the PGA Tour this year, and he gets his campaign underway around 7 p.m. UK time, and that's alongside the world number 1 Scotty Scheffler and Justin Rose. But we are now just 3 minutes away from Rory McIlroy teeing off, and he tees off alongside Jon Rahm and Jordan Spieth, who's looking to join Rory in completing the career Grand Slam if he can get a win here this week.
PGA Championship update on talkSPORT with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals, guaranteed.
Bit of a graveyard for English players. Did you read the last Englishman to win the USPGA was Jim Barnes. He was a Cornishman.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Won the first USPGA in 1916, defended it.
1960?
1916.
16. How'd he get out there then,
defended it after the First World War.
A boat from Cornwall.
I guess he must have done.
Get on the boat. Well, get on the ferry. Is it down at Pole's F?
That's what it would have been.
Well, I'll get on there and I'll get down to America and I'll take me clubs.
Yeah, it was almost like you were there, Charlie. It's like one of those YouTubers where you
1916
you recreate a bit of history. Yeah,
imagine it going to America, 1916, with your clubs, play the USPGA.
Yeah, different times.
Oh, well done.
Anyway,
do I take me on pasty or not? I don't know.
It's a long old journey for one pasty, isn't it?
I'll take 2.
Let's move on then. Michael Turner, a former Hull, Norwich, and Brentford defender, is pulling on the boots once again for a very good cause. He joins us now. Hi, Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Afternoon, chaps.
So, let's talk first about the game that you're involved in. We've chatted to Kelsey Parker, the widow of Tom, of course, member of the Wanted, who sadly passed away. This is a great charity event. We've promoted the game before, and you're going to be playing this time.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's the second time. I played last year. Actually, I got a bit of a late call up in the game last year, and I've been kindly asked to go back again. So very much looking forward to it. It's a game, like you say, in memory of Tom Parker, and it's raising money for 2 charities. The first one is Ahead of the Game Foundation, which supports the brain tumour community and rehabilitation. brain tumours only get 1% of national funding, and it's the biggest killer in under 40s and children. So it's obviously it's a great charity, and also it's raising money for the Lily May Foundation, which is a charity that raises money for families affected by baby loss, because obviously Kelsey Parker has obviously experienced that as well. So it's two amazing charities, and really looking forward to getting my boots back on. It's at Bromley Football Club on Sunday. Kick off at 1:30. I think you can pay on the door to come in. There's loads for kids to do. I'm taking my two daughters along, and it's just a great day to be a part of, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Brilliant. And apart from the ex-players turning out, there's quite a few celebs, aren't there? I mean, are you often when you play in the odd celebrity game, are you quite impressed with the quite? I suppose some of these guys maybe have been on the cusp, been at academies, had half a chance back in the day. Yeah,
there's a few actually. I played with a boy at centre back last year. And he, I didn't know who he was. And after chatting to him, and subsequently told me that he was a YouTuber who had like 500,000 followers. He didn't have a clue who he was. And I had a left back next to me who was from EastEnders, who I don't think had ever played football before. So I had to sort of drag him along as well. So, but no, it's all great fun, and hopefully it'll be another great turnout, and hopefully the sun's shining too.
You're a ringer to have in defence, though, Mike.
Yeah.
a bit cheap. You should be up front or something, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that's your play. I'll put you in goal. So, as Michael said, it's Sunday the 17th of May, this Sunday, Bromley FC in Kent, and you can pay on the door, and all the money goes
That'd be a good day, yeah. That'd be a good
fine
day.
charities. Now, I see your old club that you won a playoff with, Hull City, have issued a statement today apologising to their fans, asking them to be patient. They want to kind of get on with everything. The announcements and tickets and et cetera, and no one's really sort of sparing a fault for Hull at the moment with all this going on. It can't be easy, can it?
No, I don't think so. I think it's maybe it's probably doing them a favour a little bit, just going under the radar with it all. They obviously can prepare themselves for a game at Wembley, but obviously Southampton is at the moment, but is it going to be Southampton? There's talk about them getting pulled out, which I don't think will happen. No. So they'll just, prepare as if they're playing Southampton, who are a good team. So it's, I'm sure their preparations are going to be smooth, and I'm sure they're looking forward to the game.
They've sort of gone under the radar all season, really, Hull, haven't they? They've had such a brilliant time. They had a transfer embargo, I think, and they've just been pretty steady and solid all season, and here they are, and wouldn't be surprised to see them in the Premier League.
Yeah, certainly. I think if obviously they just about stayed up the previous season. I think that the last game away at Portsmouth, they needed a draw, I think, and they wish they got to stay in the league, and no one really would have predicted them being in and around the top six this season. So they've done extremely well, and dropping out of the playoff. With one game to go, I was a bit nervous for them, but they had a great result at home to Norwich and got themselves back into it. So, and obviously going into the semi-final against Millwall, I don't think anyone expected them to go through that tie either. So they properly gone under the radar the whole season, and like I say, it probably suits them going into the final. I'm sure they'll be underdogs against a good Southampton team. So I think, I think they're in a good place.
Whatever happens with Southampton, and they have always been a very lovable club. I've got no axe to grind with them, but I think there will be a lot of people in light of this, and I agree with you, Michael. I think they'll end up playing the game rather than Borough. But there will be a lot of people, I think, rooting for Hull, because this does smell a bit, doesn't it, what's gone on?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I think, even the game the other day, you could sort of sense it, couldn't you? That, people rooting for Borough, really, after all this sort of stuff that's gone on. So I think it'll be pretty much the same in the final. But yeah, it's obviously a massive game for both clubs. Hull obviously won their previous two playoff finals 1-0. So they'll be keen to get a similar result, I'm sure.
And now another year old club, Sunderland, have done well, consolidated and stayed up. Have you been really keeping an eye on them this season?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, been very impressed. Going back to the playoffs, I watched them in the final last year, and they were pretty poor in that final up until the last 20 minutes when they equalised and managed to nick the winner. And now you look at them, they've had a great season. They recruited really well.
Yeah, more or less a whole new squad, wasn't it? Sort of 10, 11 players.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And, a lot of players that I've never heard of, to be honest with you. But obviously, Xhaka in midfield's been a huge signing, and after the season they've had, they're looking like a strong Premier League club now. After sort of narrowly getting up via the playoffs.
Yeah.
And which playoff final were you in then?
That would have, was it? It was the Dean Windass
goal. Was
the
it?
infamous Dean Windass goal, wasn't it?
And every time you see him, does he ever not talk about that goal?
Oh mate, yeah, that is all he talks about. Yeah, talks about how he made us all as players by that goal, and all him.
Would he do that in training regularly? That sort of finish?
Yeah, he did have that quality, that sort of staff quality finishing in him. Obviously you wouldn't see it too often in training, but he was a player that could produce stuff in games that would win you a game of football, and obviously he certainly did that day. An amazing goal in such a big game is an amazing moment for us all.
Yeah. Well, look, good to talk to you, Michael. And
Thanks, Michael. Enjoy
the game at the weekend. I hope it goes well. Appreciate your time. Thanks very much.
Cheers, guys. All the best.
Thank you.
There we are, Michael Turner, the former Hull and Sunderland defender, and that game, celebrity football match in memory of the wanted star Tom Parker, to raise money for Ahead of the Game and the Lily May Foundation. That's at Bromley FC in Kent this Sunday. And
that'll be great.
Yeah, go along and you can pick up tickets.
Jake Quickenden, Leanne Quigley, traders winner. Jake Brown.
Waterloo Road's Liam Scholes is turning out.
Very nice, very nice. And
people from Married at First Sight, they're going to be. They're not arguing with each other.
Zayn Faruqi from YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean, I said that like I knew he was.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Oh, Zayn Faruqi.
But it's not aimed at me, is it?
No, it's
different people.
That's
it's not Max Bygrave, is it?
No,
that's why I like.
You're playing Saturday, but we'll come back to
playing
that.
Saturday. Talk about that later, Paul.
Still to come this afternoon. Tim Burgess is going to join us for a chat with the Charlatans fame. He's got a new show on Virgin Radio. He'll tell us a bit about that. Bit of Manchester United, that's his team. We'll get his thoughts on Michael Carrick and the new kit. The new kit's out today. Quite like it. I mean, I wouldn't wear it, but I'd look a bit daft.
For you.
Standing at the lane in that. The people will ask questions and get thrown down the stairs. We're here with our good friends at Tool Station. First stop, Tool Station.
Oh, is it? Okay, so, yeah. This is Never Ever by All Saints, but why are we playing it, I hear you ask? Well, I think this is nuts what I'm going to tell you now. I was out Saturday night, with our friends John and Emma, went for a curry. And, are you all right?
Sorry.
Turn it up, he wants more of it, turn it up a bit.
Sorry, no, carry on, sorry.
Go on.
Ready?
Here we go, you got a good bit now, come on. Vocabulary runs through my head. The alphabet runs right from... Oh, he's going to struggle with that. Oh, you got it.
What a tune, by the way.
So I was out with my friends on Saturday night. I went out for a curry. Yeah. And John's wife, Emma, said to me, I've never, ever, bearing in mind she's our age, right? I mean, I'm a little bit older than you. Ever had a cup of tea or coffee. And I went, I don't believe you.
I don't believe that.
And she said, I don't want to quote the All Saints, I promise you I've never ever. And I went, you must, like, maybe 20 years.
Yeah.
I've never, ever
really
had a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And I find that insane.
I think that's crazy.
Yeah. That is bizarre, isn't it? Now, when I was talking to your producer, he's not mine, Posh Ollie.
Yeah,
very posh, by the way, Ollie.
Yeah, Wimbledon.
Yeah, I'm sure you must have walked into this building and looked for the Times radio and just taken a left rather than a right.
So you went to Oxford Uni?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Way too clever for talkSPORT.
Oxford and Cambridge wanted him, and he chose Oxford.
Have you noticed all the scripts...
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win, because we're giving one lucky listener the chance to win a massive £25,000. Oh my God. Go to talksport.com/win to enter now, and you could win 25 grand in your hand, tax free.
Oh, that's incredible.
Get that winning feeling courtesy of talkSPORT Win.
Thank you very much.
Find out how to enter now at talksport.com/win.
Charlatans, of course, the only one I know, and Tim Burgess, frontman of the band, is going to be hosting a brand new Sunday night show on our sister station, Virgin Radio UK, the Mixtape.
Yeah, lovely. I'm going to ask Tim, is he here?
He's here.
Hello, Tim.
How you doing, mate? You're right.
Very good. I'm going to ask if you toured with a Hammond organ, or if you just got sick of that after a while, having to carry the Leslie around the speaker.
We tour with it.
Oh, really?
I don't carry it.
No. Well, maybe at the start. Maybe in the early days of the band.
Yeah, show willing early on.
In the early days, and there's photographic evidence of me carrying it down a street, but not anymore.
No. Well, look, there you are at home, and the last time we spoke, I was also at home, and neither of us could leave our house. Because we carried on working during lockdown, and you kindly came on and had a chat about the listening parties, and it's weird, isn't it, for all of us looking back on that time? It must be so weird for you, because it just absolutely took off, didn't it?
It took off my life, really.
Yeah.
We did 1,300 in total.
Wow.
So it was like an extraordinary amount, and they were all my favourites. Had some of the best times, really. But yeah.
Yeah, and look, thankfully we're through it now.
Yeah.
Seems like we're through the COVID, but and the listening parties as well.
Yeah, of course.
Did it give you a new love of the albums and records that you were listening to? Did you hear them slightly differently when you were playing them for lots of other people?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's obviously a lot of my absolute favourites, classics that I didn't need any confirmation, but it was great to hear other people enjoying it. And then there was lots of records that I hadn't heard before, and lots of classics that I hadn't heard before that I wasn't, really just aware of how brilliant they were until we did the listening parties.
So we're dipping back into your personal record collection again on Virgin. It's a 2-hour mixtape show, Sundays 6 till 8, all with a bit of a theme, I understand. Is that right?
Yeah, well, it started off as sort of like from a kind of like Manchester sort of Britpop sort of like theme, as opposed to introduce the listeners to who I am and where I was from and all that kind of thing. And then it kind of just goes through, well, we've only got sort of like a theme for 3 at the moment. I'll have to start working on the next. but we've got noughties after that, and we've got something else after that. I can't remember exactly, but we're going to go through them. So if you got any ideas of like themed records, I mean, I've got a record for every theme. Yeah,
it's good. It's good that you're going back a bit for them. One of my favourite Manchester bands used to go and see with the Buzzcocks, and you're going to have a bit of Buzzcocks in there as well.
I think they opened the first show.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that's good. What have you gone with? Can you tell us what song have you guys? I mean, that's have you gone with Ever Fallen in Love? Have you gone Route 1?
I have, actually. I have gone with Ever Fallen in Love because the first album that was ever bought for me was the album that Ever Fallen in Love is on, an album called Love Bites. And my nan bought it for me when I was 11 years old. I mean, on request, but I still have this like real sort of like sort of enjoyment in my brain of my nan Agnes going into Woolworths and asking for Love Bites by Buzzcocks. I think it's just great.
yeah. I just Love You More is the best minute and 45 seconds of
That's
pop. It's what a song that is.
Yeah, it's such a great one. I actually sang 16 again with Diggle and the rest of the Buzzcocks. For for Pete's wake.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic. So it was such a kind of full circle, really.
So this Sunday you get underway. It's the first show, yeah?
Yeah. That's the one.
Good stuff.
And
And
6 till 8 on Virgin Radio.
Charlatans, are you touring? Are you doing some festivals? What's happening with the Charlatans, Tim?
Well, we just finished our UK tour last week in support of the album We Are Love, and I'm sure everyone sort of says this kind of thing, but we got better.
Yeah.
Every gig, and the last gig it was just like, we've got to stop now. But it's like, it's just like, doesn't it? It's just it was amazing. And we've got some festivals in the summer and a tour of America in September. So it's kind of pretty busy. And then with the radio show and everything like that, it's kind
a lot of bands who are still going from the 90s and the 80s say they've just got better and better and better because they know what they're doing now. They know actually it's less youthful exuberance, and they actually know how to play the instruments and play the records.
That's right. Well, yes, I think that's a very good thing to answer. I mean, yes, we did not know what we were doing at all, and I like to think that we still only just know what we're doing. We've got to keep it kind of like naive, and and you got to keep some sort of like some mistakes in there and stuff like that, which we make a lot of. But no one really notices these days because we just make it sound like jazz.
Manchester United, are you keeping an eye on their progress this season?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Are you a pro Carrick? You want him to get the gig?
I do because all the players want him. I just seen an interview with Rio and Casemiro, and he's like so pro Carrick, and I've seen some like breaking news, and there's pictures of him, and I mean I don't know what's happening exactly, but it seems like it's getting closer, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting with Casemiro because he's not going to be there, so he's kind of effectively got no skin in the game. He could be. He does want to fall out of the game.
Yeah. Well, I think his season turned around, didn't it?
Yeah.
And as it did with so many other players as well.
Kobe mainly, he was on the way out, and then
going on loan any minute.
And then Carrick comes in, and he's become this incredible player.
I mean, the difference is the amount of games you have to play next season with Champions League, and it is easier one game a week. That does make a difference, but that's not a reason not to give him the job, is it? Really?
No, because no one knows, and then if they get a new manager, they've got to start all over again, and I don't know. I think if he has a say in new signings and stuff like that, it's like, why would he not be able to sort of like work with them?
New kit's out today. Have you seen it? Have you seen the pictures?
Oh, let me have a look at it.
I haven't.
No, right. We can put it on the screen now. There it is.
Oh, that's good.
I don't mind it. Yeah.
It's got a collar. It's sort of obviously got the old Adidas stripes down there. They reckon it's a nod to the team, the Cup final, 97. That's not right, is it? Much of it. Yeah, it wasn't. No, the
the Mark Hughes era. It looks like the Mark Hughes. No,
it looks pretty Hughesy. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh, the 1-0 v Liverpool.
That's another one I've got to buy now for my 13-year-old. So
that was 77. Yeah, I was thinking 97. There's not even. It wasn't even in the final that year. The 77.
Oh, so it looks like Steve Coppell and Stuart Pearson.
That's right. Yeah.
Good stuff.
So do you wear the shirt, or is it? They say it's a cut-off. Men of a certain age, women of a certain age don't wear the club. Don't wear the club shirt. Did you ever? You ever worn one on stage? You ever gone on stage and worn it?
Don't know whether I have. Yeah. I've gone on in other people's football strips.
Yeah.
Sort of like Swedish ones and stuff when we're playing in Sweden.
Okay.
But I'm not sure whether I have or not. I would. I mean, I just buy them for my son now.
Yeah.
So.
Get a bit sweaty in that nylon, isn't it?
It's on stage, it could be a bit, yeah. I say it's wicking. They talk about wicking on football shirts. So I suppose actually as a stage item, it's quite good.
Shouldn't be too bad.
It wicks the sweat. I haven't got a clue what that means. I keep using it as a phrase. I haven't got a clue. Anyway,
so, Sunday night.
6
till 8 o'clock.
6 till 8. It's the mixtape with Tim Burgess on our sister station Virgin Radio. Cheers, Tim. All the best.
Tim.
Thanks a lot.
Great to talk to you.
Take care. It's Tim Burgess there from the Charlatans. Still to come this afternoon, we're going to talk a bit of Arsenal with the comedian Alfie Dundas popping in to see us.
Nice.
ChatGPT's had a busy week. Apparently, I don't know what he's been up to, what they've been up to. We'll find out. Paul Watson will be popping in alongside his Sweeper podcast teammate. That's Lee Wingate. But Paul has a new book out, Around the World in 80 Clubs, a journey through the weird, wacky and wonderful world of football. Some great, quirky little stories from the world of football, and they'll be in the next hour.
So what? We done. Listen, Middlesbrough went 1-0 up, Jamie.
He's right.
Right, they played brilliant. The first half, we scored an equaliser, right, and that done it. That put it to bed because the second half we come out flying, mate. Middlesbrough nothing. They were leggy. They were gone.
I think the rule is if you're going to cheat, don't get caught.
What? What's that?
The rule is you're going to cheat.
Is that your analysis of?
I think
Spygate.
I think if
you're going to cheat, don't get caught.
Well, I think if you cheat, don't. No, rule number 1, don't get caught. Can't get caught cheating, mate. Can you?
You can't say that, mate.
Well, you can.
You can't.
I don't think it's cheating.
What do you mean?
Just don't get caught.
What do you mean? It's cheating.
It's not cheating.
It's a form of cheating.
It's not a form of cheating, but if you are cheating, don't get caught.
Is texting another woman cheating?
What are you saying to her?
Well,
you tell me what I'm saying, I'll tell you it's cheating.
We're just having a little chat. We're having a,
No, it's not cheating.
We're having a chat. You're a bit flirty.
Well, okay, what am I saying? You give me the context of the text, and I'll tell you it's cheating.
Say, I see you at the bar the other day. I got your number, and I thought I'd give you a message. I thought you look really pretty.
That's not cheating in my book.
You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace.
Oh, that's not cheating, is it?
What do you mean? It's a form of cheating.
It's not.
It is.
No, it's not. It's fine.
You can't get away with that.
No, I think you wouldn't.
Swain can't get away
but here's
with
the thing. I ain't got caught. Delete the text. Delete the text. Delete the text.
talkSPORT Sports Update powered by the Nissan Van range, helping business owners to work better and live better. Search Nissan Vans or head to your local Nissan Van Centre.
For the headlines at 2:03, I'm Tom Clayton. Good afternoon. It's a penalty decision that tarnishes the title race in Scotland. So says Ali McCoist, who, like many, is livid about that call at Motherwell last night. Simon Jordan's called on the Celtic boss to hold his hands up.
They want this refereeing fraternity to up their game. We've got to cut this disingenuous crap out. Martin O'Neill should be saying, honestly, that he doesn't think that's a penalty, because even the beneficiaries of bad decisions. Yeah, but then you will never get it changed.
So it's a watered-down version of VAR that we see in England. The former Scottish footballer come sports writer Gregor Robertson says the difference is startling.
I think there's 30 cameras positioned around every ground in the Premier League in England. There's nowhere near that amount, and that's why everyone watching at home probably last night was thinking, when are we going to see the next angle?
Yeah.
And they didn't have one.
Elsewhere today, it's our understanding Hull City is preparing for the Championship playoff final to be moved to a later date. That's in the wake of the investigation into Spygate. Arne Slot's confident he's going nowhere this summer and will lead Liverpool into next season, but he understands some of the outside noise.
If you don't have the best season, especially if you compare it with last season, if you compare it with other seasons, maybe you have a different debate, but if you compare it with last season, this has definitely not been a great season. Then it's also normal that criticism comes.
He also says Mo Salah will be fit to play a few minutes tomorrow night as Liverpool go to Aston Villa live on talkSPORT. And a defender from non-league Braintree Town has been selected to play at the World Cup this summer. Tommy Smith has been called up by New Zealand. They're in Group G with Belgium, Egypt and Iran. Remember, every game from the World Cup will be live across the talkSPORT network this summer.
talkSPORT News.
Wes Streeting's quick cabinet ahead of an expected leadership challenge to Sir Keir Starmer, and Nigel Farage bought a £1.4 million house in cash after the supposed £5 million donation he's being investigated for. More from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. With over 400 EV-ready centres across the UK, we're top of the league for electric car owners. Visit quickfit.com and book today.
Sunny spells and showers, the heaviest showers across central and southern UK. Thunderstorms as well. Breezy with coastal gales later in the far northeast.
Get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win.
Now, do you fancy £25,000 in your hand, completely tax-free, Charlie?
Are you asking me, or you're asking me?
Well, I think it'd be a bit smelly if you entered and won.
Okay.
Because it's a talkSPORT competition. They've got a whole lot bigger, with even more prizes up for grabs to give you that winning feeling. To celebrate, I'm going to give you a chance to win 25 grand. So hurry, because entries close Monday at 4 p.m. Here's what you have to do.
For your chance to win, head to talksportwin.com or text WIN to 83338. Texts and online entries cost £2.50, plus your standard network rate, or call 0343 418 7260. Entries must be in by Monday at 4 p.m. That's when you'll need to answer your phone if it rings. 18 plus. UK residents only. This is a network promotion. Full T's and C's at talksportwin.com. For your chance to win, text WIN to 83338 now.
Good afternoon, Paul Hawksbee and Charlie Baker here on talkSPORT.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be chatting to the comedian Alfie Dundas, Arsenal fan. He's up at the Edinburgh Festival. Yeah,
right.
We'll talk a bit of title race with City winning last night pretty comfortably.
Yeah,
Took them a while to get going.
Comfy, wasn't it?
A while to get going, didn't it? But when they did, they got it done with quite a few changes in the team ahead of the Cup final, which of course will bring you live on talkSPORT the weekend. And Paul Watson and Lee Wingate from the Sweeper Pub will be popping in, because many of the fine stories in Paul Watson's new book, Around the World in 80 Clubs, have popped up in the Sweeper over the years. So
very nice.
The guys will be here. But before that, it's time for H&B versus ChatGPT.
H&B versus ChatGPT.
Yeah, that point of the show where we take on, in a football prediction competition, ChatGPT. Never stops learning, should actually trounce us every month.
Should do us every week, and it finds itself bottom of the league.
Wow-wee. That's how bad.
Me and you are doing better than the whole of the internet.
It's got a complex scoring system, this, in our weekly competition, because it was set up by ChatGPT and we don't understand it. But these are the standings based on that system. Chat is bottom on 45
Unbelievable.
points. Got 12.
Going down.
Charlie's on 46.
Yeah.
I'm on 55.
You're amazing at it, Paul.
And we're going to look at three playoff games over the next couple of nights, try and predict the scores of those matches and their relevance, of course, because we're looking at second legs. So who's going to go through in these games? But Well, let's see what chat's been up to since we last.
It's not the chat GPT that people will have.
Oh yeah,
is it, Paul?
Yeah. No, if you're used to chat GPT sort of vocalising, then you'll have an expectation that I'm afraid we won't live up to. We didn't have that kind of budget. It is a bit 80s speak and spell, but we work with the money we have.
And they have their own charm. We like them, don't we, Paul? Despite how rude they are.
That's true. Very rude. It's normally to me, but let's see what happens today. So, hello, chat. What have you been up to since we last spoke?
I have been working with Southampton lads on a playoff marginal gains strategy.
Wow, Southampton on a playoff marginal gains strategy.
That's what ChatGPT can be used for, I suppose.
Yeah. So, what did you do?
I went deep into my complex machine learning memory bank and scaled the algorithm, lads.
And what did you do?
I came up with hide behind a tree with a mobile phone.
What's the point? What's the point of that? Chat, this is why he's so useless at this. All that. He goes back to Southampton. Hide behind a tree with a mobile phone. That's the best he could come up with. So after that, chat, what have you been up to?
I wanted a quieter end to the week.
Oh, yeah.
So I was the VAR computer for Motherwell Celtic last night.
Oh, Motherwell Celtic.
That's nice.
Okay.
Motherwell
fantastic.
VAR computer for them last night.
Yeah, there's all sorts of insinuations going on. How are you feeling about that, chat?
I am very upset with all these accusations of cheating, lads.
I think you've got every right to be, chat. I mean,
Hail. The Celts are here.
Oh, hang on. Yeah.
What the hell do we care? What the hell do we care? Hail.
Yeah.
The Celts are here.
I'm not sure you should be doing this, chat.
What the hell do we care now?
Wow,
okay, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, we are. It's all right, chat.
Production gone into that.
Yeah.
Mon the hoops.
Don't say Mon the hoops. You were working on VAR last night, chat. You can't be doing that.
The hoops and the beavers.
Lions.
Oh, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that.
Martin O'Neill's green and white army.
Because you're creating a lot of problems.
A lot of trouble for yourself.
So I was commiserating with Charlie earlier on, chat, about the playoffs. What's your take on that?
Anyway, how did Torquay get on at the weekend, Charles?
You know everything. Thing is, chat, you know everything. You're the knower of all things.
Yeah.
You were 2-1 up when I last checked.
Okay, yeah.
Did you win?
Oh, it's a bit salty, isn't it?
Shame,
no need for that.
Does that mean you will be playing the Beavers next season?
We will be back at the Beavery next season. Yes, we will.
Is that what it's called, the Beavery?
You know me. I love the Beavers.
Yeah, you love the Beavers. And the hoops. You love the Beavers and the hoops.
Yeah, that's right.
Hoops.
On the hoops. Not good, chat. Not good, chat. Not good, chat.
People's lives, chat.
Going to get everybody
having a laugh about it.
Well, let's get underway, shall we? We'll kick off with Bradford v Bolton in the playoffs tonight, live on talkSPORT. 1-0 Bolton from the first leg. I think it could be another tight old evening. I'm going to go on 90 minutes. I'm going to go 1-0 Bradford. I think we're going to extra time, lads.
ET, lads.
Quite possibly penalties as well. So what say you, Charlie Baker?
No, I fancy Bolton to do it. Actually, I think Bolton I think they'll go for an early goal and kill the tie. I think they'll win 2-1 tonight.
You think 2-1
tonight? Yeah.
Okay, so 2-1 to
3-1 on Ag.
2-1. Okay, on Ag. Okay. And what say you, chat?
Expect Bradford to throw everything at them, but Bolton's defensive discipline might just be enough to see them through to Wembley. 1-1 draw.
Wembley. Yeah, okay. I remember Wembley.
Very nice. 1-1 from ChatGPT. Very good.
Okay, fair enough. So, you want to go at home, talkSPORT, listen at home in the car.
Yeah, very nice.
Very good. Salford versus Grimsby.
The Mariners.
We're going to bring you that one tomorrow night. Your old mate Lloyd Griffith he's in Australia, isn't he?
He's in Australia, yeah. He's a bit of a
watching
plastic fan. He didn't go and watch it.
Dance and Mickey Gray, your commentary team for that one. 2-1 Salford.
If you do watch the Sky,
the first leg,
you'd think there was only one team playing, Salford, so it's a bit of a shame. But
I'm going to go 1 each for this, which on aggregate, of course, will be enough.
I think
Sorry, Lloyd.
Grimsby have a lot of experience in these sort of high pressure games, and they They score lots of goals in these games, in my experience of watching them. So I think they're going to win 3-1 tonight.
Tomorrow, yeah, 3-1.
Tomorrow, yes.
You're going Grimsby.
Grimsby are going to go through. I think they're going to win.
Even away from home. That's very
3-1
impressive.
on the night.
On the night. Okay, fair play. And chat, what say you?
Grimsby has to chase the game, which plays right into Salford's hands. Expect the Amis to exploit the gaps and secure their final spot. 2-1 win for Salford.
Salford.
It's very Scandinavian. We've never quite worked out why. TalkSPORT listeners home in the car. Finally, Notts County. Andrew McKenna's Notts County versus Chesterfield. So that's 1-0 to Notts, isn't it, from the first game? Tight game again. I fancy a 1-1, which will be enough for Notts, of course, to take them through to the final.
Yeah.
Charlie?
I think Notts County will go through. I think they will win the game as well. I'm going to say 2-1 tonight. Tomorrow on, when is it? Friday night.
Tomorrow.
Friday night,
2-1. And chat, you finish off. What do you reckon?
This should be the game of the weekend for neutrals. Chesterfield will likely find the net, but Notts County's attacking flair is difficult to shut down for 90 minutes. 2-2 draw.
Okay, thank you very
Well,
much.
there we are. Thank you, chat.
you, chat.
And I just scale down some of your Celtic supporting stuff because I think you're asking for trouble there.
On the hoops.
Yeah, on the hoops is not a great idea. Working on VAR last night, for goodness sake. So there we are. That was H&B versus ChatGPT. Paul Watson and Lee Wingate from the Sweeper Pod popping in to chat about Paul's new book, Around the World in 80 Clubs, in just a few moments' time. We're here with Tool Station. Only got time for one stop. First stop, Tool Station.
Martin O'Neill's Green and White Army.
As we alluded to yesterday, Southampton are likely to face a sporting sanction if they're found guilty of spying charges. As a result, they could end up being thrown out of the playoff final to be replaced in that final by Middlesbrough instead, the team that they put out last night at the semi-final second leg stage. We said we'd look into this more thoroughly from a financial, legal expert point of view, and the very man who fits that bill is sitting to my right. Stefan Borsten joins us live in studio. And Stefan, good morning to you.
Hi.
We'll get into how this may or may not play out in the courts. Is there a precedent, Stefan, for chucking a team out of the playoffs?
Well, it happened to Swindon, but it was different. Well, not in terms of the playoffs, but in terms of sort of annulling the promotion. But it was a different situation. I mean, there's no situation where you've had it all come to a head within this small window around the playoffs. In terms of spying / espionage, there's really very few cases anywhere in football in respect of this. So you've got the Leeds situation that we know about, where it was systematic. They ended up with a £200,000 fine. And effectively, the other part of the sanction was to vote in favour of the rule that then came in. This rule that we're now talking about in terms of the 72-hour rule. That was part of the agreement on that. So that brought the rule in. The only other case is actually from the from the Olympics with Canada's women's team, and FIFA in 2024 docked them 6 points.
ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win, because we're giving one lucky listener the chance to win a massive £25,000. Oh my God. Go to talksport.com/win to enter now, and you could win 25 grand in your hand, tax free.
Oh, that's incredible.
Get that winning feeling courtesy of talkSPORT Win.
Thank you very much.
Find out how to enter now at talksport.com/win.
Now, we mentioned earlier on the story of the Peruvian team who play at such a high altitude that the people have to go off during the game for just gulps of oxygen so they can stay conscious. That story comes from Around the World in 80 Clubs, a journey through the weird, wacky and wonderful world of football, written by Paul Watson. And Paul has joined us in the studio, alongside Lee Wingate from the Sweeper Pod. The guys have both joined us over the years, popped up and given us some of these weird and wonderful stories. Good afternoon, guys. Good
Hi, guys.
to see you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for having us.
So, Sweeper Pod listeners may be familiar with some of the stories because they've come from your researches when you've been doing that, I guess.
Yeah, and actually, I put this in the acknowledgements at the back. Lee has been very generous about the fact that a lot of the material in this book is from the Sweeper. We've been putting out a podcast now for nearly 3 years.
3.5 years.
3.5 years. And we've been trawling the world, finding the weird and wonderful little stories that sort of slip through the net. And so, yeah, a lot of these are the product of just week in, week out podcast stories that we've been sort of...
Fantastic.
So how did you get into this sort of world of the kind of... I mean, it's the kind of less obvious world of football fandom. Do you support a sort of an English side, Lee?
Not anymore. This is sort of the alternative world of football that I sort of slipped into by accident because I live in Vienna. I started making a podcast about Austrian football.
Yeah.
And then I sort of saw the snowball effect from there where people were interested in leagues outside the big ones. And of course, in Austria, you've got, players like Erling Haaland or Dominik Szoboszlai. They all came through there. So it's actually a great window into like the big players now. And from then on, I just really got interested in this sort of other world of football. Met Paul and sort of went from there.
I know you do have you're a Bristol City fan, aren't you?
Still Bristol City fan.
But you do. So what was your route into this? Long before you
owned a club, didn't you, Paul?
Well, I did. I took the very obvious route of coaching a Micronesian football team, then co-owning a Mongolian football team that was created by a reality TV show, and then I think that organising a sort of alternative World Cup in London. And then your natural next move, I think, is a podcast after that, isn't it? But no, I mean, we sort of met and started chatting because of a mutual love of Greenlandic football. So I did the book starts, in fact.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
starts with a chapter about Greenland when I went there in 2016, and that trip actually I wrote about that in a 442 magazine piece, which Lee happened to read. And then I was at the same time seeing Lee, who had already set the Sweeper up, our podcast. It already existed. And I was messaging him saying, why are we the only people out there tweeting about this stuff? But also, can we just join forces? Because honestly, how am I being gazumped to Greenlandic football news by someone?
I tell you what, though, I haven't got a story about being mistaken with a whale preservation activist in Greenland. So you've got that on me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's some familiar names in there. Sheriff Tiraspol. There's some names we'll know from European competition from different parts of the world, aren't there?
Yeah, there are. So there'll be clubs like Sheriff Tiraspol. That's a really good example. So I went to Moldova in the relatively early days of Sheriff becoming all powerful. and it's a weird club formed by a former KGB officer and all quite a kind of shady background to the club. But it comes from a unrecognised republic within Moldova. So the Moldovan champions effectively are from a place that doesn't necessarily recognise itself as in Moldova. And I did this trip to their stadium, and it was before the club had really got very big, and they just could not understand why a British journalist was sniffing around. And there's this book that bit that I mentioned in the book where I was eventually sort of bundled into an office to be sort of someone say, well, what do you want? And I was like, well, can I have a little look around your stadium? Football stadium. And the guy was like, it's a shame my boss wasn't here. He likes to ask the questions. And I was like, oh that's the KGB guy.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna go now. And I was like, yeah.
When you turn up at a lot of these clubs, like the one in the Seychelles or whatever, is it mainly local people who play? Do they have like in county cricket? Do they have like an overseas player? What are the rules on the players for these teams?
It's really mixed. So there are some leagues, aren't there, Lee, where basically you have clubs that just bring in an entire foreign team and they almost like run it like a season. They do it, like ski instructors do like a season. They bring in a team, win
like Sheriff, to be fair.
Sheriff did. For years they didn't have a Moldovan in that 11. So even when they were playing quite high level, they beat Real Madrid that time quite famously. There wouldn't be a Moldovan in that team. So some teams are like that. Other teams, it's much more locally based. It really depends. But often that is a warning light. It's a red light flashing. If you see a club that are dominant in their league and there is almost no one domestically, you kind of know it's one of those models where it's a huge amount of money being pumped in and not really much else.
A kind of very notable quirky story and quirky club that you've written about, talked about in the past, and now incredibly mainstream. Bodeglimt are kind of in European competition more or less every year. They probably end up playing a Premier League side at some point, don't they? It's that has been some story, isn't it, of their turnaround. It doesn't make their story any less impactful because it is nuts where they play, isn't it? The distances and the conditions and everything.
It is, and specifically, this was the toothbrush story, Lee. So you remember this one about why it is that their fans all bring a toothbrush to the stadium, and it all came from just one quirky little incident where the fans were chanting. One of the fans was getting a bit angry at their efforts and said, "I need a baton. Anyone got a baton?" And obviously everyone looked at him like, no. But someone had happened to have a toothbrush, a yellow toothbrush, started directing the chants. And so from then on, someone happened to see that from a toothbrush manufacturer and was like, this is merch. We're going to sell these. We're going to give them out to the fans.
Right.
So they all bring their yellow toothbrush to
I don't know if any of those Spurs fans or visiting fans who've gone there to play Bodeglimt have picked up. So they still sell them in the club shop, do they? The club, can you buy the merch?
You're expected to bring one. You're expected to bring one.
That's worth remembering, isn't
I
it?
remember for the Bodo Glimt story as well that their fans were trading kilos of rare fish meat to get a ticket for that Spurs game.
Wow.
Yeah, all sorts of weird trade. Reindeer
meat and dried herring or dried fish. The crazy thing is they managed it. Like those fans who just had this lump of fish actually managed to get a ticket.
Buy any spares, buy a sell. I've got 12 herring. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
When you support lower league football, like I do, non-league football, and lower league football, our greatest ever player, Rodney Jack, came from Lambada FC, which is in Barbados.
Right. Okay.
And there's a guy before him called Gregory Goodridge who also played for us. I think he ended up at Bristol City.
I loved Greg Goodrich growing up. Amazing dribbler.
Yeah.
Not often a final product. No, but I've never seen anyone beat someone.
But he was Lambada FC, and I don't know how we got this connection with Lambada FC, but sometimes you can find these sort of golden nuggets.
Yeah. Sometimes it's that you see an influx of a certain nationality of player. Like there's a team in the Philippines that have about 9 Gambian players. You think, wait a minute, how's this happened? And it turns out their coach was also the Gambia coach before, so he's just brought over.
Right, yes.
You get these situations where there's just one person links to footballing cultures and it lasts for generations.
Yeah.
There's a club as well whose number one fan is a Labrador.
Yes. Aris FC. Yeah, that's in Greece. Yeah. Yeah, he has a shirt. He actually has a proper...
does he?
He has a shirt. He has a seat. He buys a season ticket. Well, the dog doesn't, but the dog takes that seat every year.
He barks along, though, doesn't he?
He barks along.
Because of the shape of the dog, often you can get a football shirt on.
Oh, yeah, they're good sized dog for her.
Yeah. They're right.
Yeah, especially with the slim fit now.
Yeah.
You look better on a dog than me, I tell you that these days. Lee, when you're on... Do you ever get a holiday?
No.
If you go on holiday, is it because there's a football team nearby?
Yeah, so next week I'm going to Andorra, obviously for the Andorran Cup final. What else? But no, football's just relentless. And when you cover the whole world, There's always somewhere playing.
Yeah.
There's always.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, is there?
Yeah.
You guys, you're doing the whole day for the Andorran Cup final.
Oh, yeah. Well, we start with the
off
wrestling.
early.
Right, yeah.
Andorran question of sport, obviously.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Then we'll
Road,
have the
road to the
wrestling on.
final. It's actually only about 2 games, but the road to the final.
With the players on the coach.
Yeah.
I don't know how far they
Coach goes back 200 yards. Yeah.
Well, we're going to make a
Doing the lot.
of it.
Yeah.
We're getting Coisty, and he's going to be involved on the co-coms. So,
Brilliant.
I said to you earlier on, it's a fantastic toilet read.
Really good.
Which is apparently your publisher's already said that, Paul. But you know what I mean? It's one of those books that very easy to dip in and out of. Great little stories. So, so it's out today.
It's out today. Yeah. Yep. Around the world in 80 clubs. Out today. Yeah. And all the way from Greenland to the Vatican.
Yeah.
To Madagascar. I also did the audio book. And I've got to say, I have never mispronounced so many words in a day.
Yeah.
If you do want to hear someone desperately struggling to pronounce Madagascan surnames, that's the book for you.
And you guys are still doing the Sweeper podcast, yes?
Yeah, just gearing up for the World Cup now, aren't we? With
very nice, yeah.
All of the outsiders in the new 48-team tournament. So getting ready to make some episodes on Cape Verde, Curacao.
I was going to say Cape Verde, yeah.
Dick Advocaat's the Curacao manager, isn't he?
He's back. So he left because his daughter was unwell.
Yeah.
And they brought in Fred Rutten, and he had a terrible time. So much so that the players basically said, "We want Dick Advocaat back," and the sponsors said, "We want Dick Advocaat back." And he's come back to be the oldest manager. He'll be the oldest coach in any World Cup.
Really?
78. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Terrible drink, Advocaat and Curacao. The Advocaat will
colour.
curdle.
Imagine the
Little
colour.
curdle.
That's true. It's not a good blend.
It's not a good blend.
Surprised they wanted him back. Good to see you both. Thanks very much for coming in, guys.
Thank you very
All the
much.
Best, all the best with the book, Paul.
Thank you.
There's Paul Watson there. His book Around the World in 80 Clubs out now, published by Orion Books. And you can catch Paul and Lee on the Sweeper Pod, wherever you get your podcasts. Jodie Cunningham joined us. Saints women's rugby league player.
Yeah.
The league is back this weekend. They're in the Challenge Cup final. We'll have a chat about that. And comedian Alfie Dundas joining us for a chat as well. And we're going to update on the USPGA, which has been underway for an hour or a couple of hours now, yes.
Leeds, they had injuries. They weren't really at the races.
Oh, they should have won it, though. Leeds should have won it.
Yeah, because we fell apart. We fell apart, mate.
What's that?
Yeah, but
Don't blame Leeds. Don't having a proper West Ham.
I'm not blaming Leeds, but Leeds were there to get beat tonight. It wasn't a great performance from Leeds, right? But once we scored, we went 1-0 up, right?
Yeah.
And we fell apart. We were bottling it all over the park. No one had any bottle to get on the ball, to make a pass, to have some structure. There was no pattern of our play. Everything that De Zerbi's probably been working on with them just went completely out the window.
Well-
There's 11 players just out there hoping that something might happen.
I thought it was a good point. I thought it was a decent point,
Is
mate.
that what you're going to say for 2 hours? You're just going to say it's a good point? Right.
Well, you could have come
It
away
ain't
with
a good-
nothing. And I tell you what's worse, losing. That's worse.
I know, mate, but that's not a good point. We're at home. Out of the 3 games we got left, that's the easiest
How many
game.
points have you picked up this season at home?
I don't know. Not many.
Right, not many. So that's a good point.
I don't think we've won at home for 5 months. I know, but come on.
5 months. I've had a hair transplant. It's going to grow back. I'll have a hair transplant. It's going to grow back by the time you next win at home. That's how long it's been. I only had a hair transplant about 6 weeks ago.
Honestly, I don't know how I feel about that performance. What is Matthias Dell doing? What?
Oh, it's
Tell
a
me.
brilliant finish. What are you on about?
No, the goal's a great goal. What's he doing in his box? What is he doing? A bicycle kick.
Yeah.
A bicycle kick in your own box when you're in the bottom 3, when you can't see what's around you, and he's trying to do a bicycle kick. Honestly,
I mean,
what's he doing?
Can we just give
in the
Everton?
In the first half, he crossed one in, and it was a great ball into his own.
Only one story in town today. It's the VAR call that's rocked Britain. And Ali McCoist.
A horrendous decision that has effectively, I think, once again embarrassed Scottish football.
With the Scottish title slipping away at Motherwell, Celtic were awarded a 99th minute penalty. talkSPORT's Shabana Hearn, whose specs are green-tinted, gives her take on Sam Nicholson's clearance.
He's clearly got his hand up on his forehead and the ball comes off the heel of his hand. That's all I can see.
Celtic's win means Hearts need to avoid defeat at Celtic Park on Saturday to take that title. Here's Simon Jordan.
And that referee shouldn't be anywhere near refereeing that game or any game in the immediate future because of that decision, because it's that bad a decision.
It seems Ben White's World Cup dream is over. Mikel Arteta says his injury looks long-term, but Jurrien Timber could be fit for the Champions League final. No Ben White at the World Cup, but Shakira, Madonna and K-pop band BTS will all be there to perform in the first ever World Cup final half-time show. Coldplay's Chris Martin's organising it. Here he is with Elmo.
Can you believe it? They're doing a halftime show during the World Cup final. That doesn't sound half bad. Well, it doesn't sound half good either. Oh!
Hey, Statler and Waldorf, you guys are invited too. Everyone's invited, right? Yeah.
Sure,
okay, so let's go.
There's more as ever at talksport.com.
With interesting news.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Crook, our chief football correspondent, has dropped us a message. We understand that Hull are preparing for the possibility of a championship playoff final being moved to a later date.
Wouldn't be surprised if they replay that game. I wouldn't be surprised, Paul.
We had a chat with Michael Turner earlier on, didn't we? Former Hull defender, and talked about a spare of thought for Hull in all this, not quite knowing who they're playing. An independent commission is reviewing evidence that Hull's opponent Southampton sent intern Will Salt to secretly film a Borough training session, as I'm sure we all know. If the commission decides Saints are guilty, they could be subject to sporting sanctions, including being thrown out of the Wembley final. This will almost certainly lead to a legal challenge, threatening to delay the final, which is scheduled for May the 23rd. You know, players want to get off on holiday. The Borough players don't know what's going on. Apparently, they're sort of sticking around and still training when they could be done. They've been back at the training ground today. We've heard Steve Gibson is speaking to a top lawyer, Nick DeMarco, about the whole thing, about what's going to happen next. So we will keep a close eye on it.
What a mess. We asked for the tiniest of gains.
I know. Well, we've asked the EFL for a comment on this, but they've said nothing so far. Obviously still, but they haven't got a lot of time. You know, it's a real time pressure.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a legal minefield, but that is our understanding. So, we're going to get an update on the US PGA, which got underway a couple of hours ago. Gabby Partington is here to keep us up to date. Gabby.
Hello, Gabby.
Hello, guys. Thank you for having me back.
Contractually obliged, I think.
Well, absolutely true. Yeah.
But, you know,
I am paid to
good
be
luck
here.
with it.
Look, you touched on it briefly last time, but you are right. The Americans have dominated this championship for the best part of a decade, to be fair. Actually, in fact, the last non-American winner of the PGA Championship was actually the Australian Jason Day back in 2015. But there is a good feeling that this could change this year. Now, Aronimink doesn't really just favour pure power. Obviously, that is a bonus. But approach play and Limiting mistakes look absolutely crucial here, and that could really suit the depth of the European talent in the field. Now, Rory McIlroy, of course, one of only 3 Europeans ever to lift this trophy. Pre-round, he actually mentioned that he loves this course. It's wide and very much looking forward to it. Well, the Northern Irishman, he had a wobbly start, but bounced back nicely with a birdie on 2 and a par on 3. So level for the championship. But I'll tell you who is looking good early doors. It's the 2024 champion in Xander Schauffele. He opened up with 2 straight birdies, just picked up another on the 4th, now 1 shy of German Steven Jaeger, who has the early lead at 4 under par, thanks to 3 on the spin.
PGA Championship update on talkSPORT with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals, guaranteed.
Yes, time to talk rugby league, as we always do at this time on the Thursday. And slightly different because the Women's Super League gets underway at the weekend. And joining us now to chat about that, I'm sure also looking ahead to the Challenge Cup final, because they'll be there at Wembley on the day, is Jodie Cunningham of Saints and England. Good afternoon, Jodie.
Hello, Jodie.
Hi, guys.
So let's do a bit of Challenge Cup. You must be chuffed to be going to Wembley. And it's Wigan. It's the grudge match, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially off the back of the final last year. It's the first time we'd met in the final, and it didn't go very well for us. So we've got a lot of wrongs to right this time round.
You still get a decent turnout. People get in early, don't they, to watch the games, because they're both games played on the same day, aren't they?
Good idea.
Yeah, we've got an early kick-off, so we're at 11:45, and then the lads a couple of hours later. So hopefully a lot of fans will get in early. Probably more likely Wigan fans, with obviously them having the men's team there against Hull KR later on in the day.
Yeah.
But we don't mind that. As long as we've got fans in the stadium watching, then, yeah, I think it'll be a great atmosphere.
But like we often say, we had Elliot Minchella and Liam Farrell in the other day, and you get a great turnout.
Yeah.
You get a great turnout of just rugby league fans, whether they're anything to do with the club or not, to cheer you on.
Yeah, everyone loves the day out at Wembley. It's kind of how I fell in love with the sport, was going down to Wembley. Everyone gets fancy dressed up and just enjoys a day out. Usually it's pretty sunny as well, so hoping for decent weather that weekend. Everyone enjoys that. So I think just a great day for rugby league fans all around. And both finals, I think, are going to be really tight, really great showcase. Hull KR and Wigan, it's a hard one to call that, and a replay of last year's grand final. And then, ourselves and Wigan, we were in both finals last year, and at the back end it was really close. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, exciting day out for the rugby fans.
Yeah, what was your routine, Jodie? Did you play at school? Did you have your family you played?
Not from a rugby family, but school, yeah, that's how I got involved. My best friend, Emily Rudge, she's my teammate. She was outstanding in the semi-final last weekend. We've gone through all our journey together, and actually she convinced me to give it a go. And at first I was really reluctant, I'll be honest. Running at people full pelt whilst they run at you full pelt sounds a little bit crazy. But when she finally convinced me, because we used to get out of lessons early to go to school tournaments, I fell in love with it. And from then on, I've just been obsessed with it. Absolutely love it.
So a new season upon you. How do you feel that the women's game is sort of growing in this country in Super League?
Look, it's growing year on year. The number of girls playing the game, the number of teams, the number of clubs who are now delivering women and girls rugby league is growing every single year. And the quality and standard of those girls is also outstanding. My job at the club is head of women's pathways and performance. So everything from first team down to our entry level of performance, which is our under 16s. So I'm out and about and I'm watching the community game, and the standard of play is unreal. I'm kind of glad I started playing when I did, because I don't think I'd have a chance if I was playing now with the quality of the youngsters. So just about holding on to a shirt now at my age, but the quality of the talent coming through it's exciting for the Women's Super League. It's exciting for Women and Girls Rugby League, and also the international game. We've got a World Cup at the end of the year, and yeah, the talent that's already, showing up in the Super League, the young girls who are really pushing it, the standards high. I think over the next few years, we're going to see more and more of that.
There's some very familiar names from the men's game on the management side in Women's Super League, isn't there, Jodie?
Yeah, we have quite a lot of the blokes who are now starting to get involved in the men's game. Look, they've got so much experience from their own playing days and their own experience in the men's competition that it's invaluable when it comes to the women's side. And Liam Price has just took on the York Valkyrie gig, and he had his first taste of probably a wrong end of a defeat in his coaching career in terms of the Valkyrie at the weekend, but he'll add so much experience to the girls and so much knowledge. We've got, Derek Hardman and Craig Richards. Craig Richards was a Bradford player, so he's played at kind of the top level. And then obviously Wigan, who we'll be coming up against, have got Dennis Betts, who is kind of a legend when it comes to men's rugby league. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of expertise there that is then being input into the women's side of things. And it's great because as the women's program develops, it means that there are good entry routes in for coaches to come and basically get a crash course in what it's like to be a head coach. And we see lots of them move on then into different roles as well. So yeah, it's really fortunate for us that we get the likes of these ex-players coming in and being involved with us.
And you get underway Sunday, you're off to Barrow, is that right?
Yep, Women's Super League first round away at Barrow, so exciting one for us. It's the next couple of weeks. Obviously, it's a tough run because then we're going into a final. So hopefully we keep bodies fit and manage to kickstart our Women's Super League with a win. But it'll be a tough one going out there to Barrow. We've played them already in the early Challenge Cup round, so hopefully we'll get a victory there. And then we've got York the week after. That'll be another tough game. So we'll see, but we've got high hopes. Squad looks good, and we're feeling positive at the start of the season.
Excellent. Wish you well for the season.
Thanks, Jodie. Good luck.
Cheers, guys.
St Helens, England's Jodie Cunningham there on the cusp of another season in the Rugby League Women's Super League. Yeah. Alfie Dundas will be here shortly. He's a comedian, Arsenal fan, off to the Edinburgh Fringe. We're going to chat a bit about that, bit of Arsenal, of course, after City winning last night. Keeping the pressure on. That's all to come. We're here with Tool Station. Make the switch to the Tool Station Trade Club. Save 10% on all electrical and lighting when you buy cable and flexes. Next stop, Tool Station.
Another developing story this morning coming out of Manchester United. Manchester United have reportedly reached out to other potential candidates, but wish to speak to Michael Carrick first. What do you read into that? Is the significant fact of that Carrick gets first dibs in speaking to those who will make the ultimate decision?
Well,
in other words, he's leading the way.
I find it strange how these things come out. Like, who is it leaking the fact that United have spoken or speaking to other candidates before they speak to Michael? I mean, it's bizarre, especially when you're talking about one of the biggest clubs in the world. Can they not do business? Can they not keep their own counsel? I find that a bit bizarre, but he's done really well. And, with the position they were in to where he's got them, you could argue he deserves another go at it and bring some players in the summer. And I wouldn't say that's a huge risk. The progression they've made under him, I'd give him another go. Yeah.
Yeah. Significant, Simon, that they want to speak to Carrick first.
Yeah, again, I don't know who's briefing in and whether it's coming from Carrick's side or whether it's coming from Man United's side as to the briefing in as to why Man United need. You can employ an England manager without anyone knowing about it, but they can't seemingly have a conversation amongst themselves without broadcasting it to the media. I don't understand why that is the case. I still think it's fraught with lots of questions that need to be asked and answered about the position of someone that becomes in moments of adversity. We've seen no moments of adversity for Carrick, really. He's done the job, so it makes it a conundrum.
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win, because we're giving one lucky listener the chance to win a massive £25,000. Oh my God. Go to talksport.com/win to enter now, and you could win 25 grand in your hand, tax free.
Oh, that's incredible.
Get that winning feeling courtesy of talkSPORT Win.
Thank you very much.
Find out how to enter now at talksport.com/win.
Hawksbee, Charlie Baker here on talkSPORT. City kept the pressure up on, well, after a fashion, really. Because you kind of feel it's done. Let's see if our next guest, who's an Arsenal fan, is equally as positive. Alfie Dundas, he's up at the Edinburgh Festival in August with his first hour. First Class Panic. Good afternoon, Alfie.
Hello, Alfie.
Thanks for having me, boys.
You're very welcome.
You've come in the Arsenal outfit, the Adidas top. With
this is one of about 600 kits that Arsenal were selling this year.
Merch FC.
If you're listening to this, it's the white shirt with the stripes. I'd also like to thank you for bringing me on after an actual professional athlete.
Yeah.
I was like sitting in the back watching it. She's talking about playing in the World Cup, and I played five-a-side yesterday. And
well, you know.
We're now going to ask you some questions on Women's Rugby League.
That's what I'm in for. I feel really embarrassed to follow a pro.
So why Arsenal? What was the way in?
I got really into football about 6 years old, and most people sort of support their dad's team. My dad didn't like football because he's posh. He liked cricket and tennis and those things. And I was begging him, like, please can we go to a football match? And he sells jewellery, and he just Sol Campbell wandered into his store. He sold him some jewellery, and then came home and went, right, we're Arsenal fans now. And it's been 20 years since then.
That's it.
What a
beautiful story, Paul.
About a year.
My dad sold Sol Campbell's
jewellery. Year before, he could have been. I hope it was real tut.
He just left Spurs as well.
Year before, you could have been a Tottenham fan a year before.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it's
have
how everyone gets their start in football. A professional footballer buys something off your father.
Isn't there an L.S. Lowry painting of of a young child
going to the jewellers?
And it's me offering up a ring to Sol.
There's lots of people in flat caps going to a jeweller's.
Well, that was it. I think we went to a game. I think Sol got us some tickets, and then I think once you pick, you stick. And
I cannot think of a worse route into it. Would you mind just leaving the studio?
Everyone's origin.
Of course not.
It's everybody. It's relatable for you.
I'm not
I like
bitter.
that.
That's good though, Alfie. So you know who you are. You know what I mean? That's good stuff.
You know. So this is your first hour. It's the Pleasance Courtyard, Bunker 3.
Yeah,
and
that's where dreams are made of. That.
Yeah, you got enough material. You're happy. You think you can pad it out?
I am. Yeah, if I can't.
20 minutes crowd work.
It's going to be a lot of crowd work. A lot of who do you support? To be honest, if Arsenal don't win anything this season, I'm not doing the Fringe. I quit. Really? There's no way I can go up to Scotland.
But you won't wear your colours. I mean, that's the thing. You don't alienate.
It's my outfit on stage. It can be very unpopular.
You go on as Gunnosaurus.
No, I'm very excited to go up. Fringe is a month, and it's an amazing festival. It's a big year this year. We've got a lot of the big names are going. All the SNL people are going. All the Taskmaster acts are going. And it's my first time doing like a full hour show, so I'm very excited.
And you are massive online, Alfie, aren't you? You've got
it's good. It's
hundreds of thousands of followers.
I'd like to thank you for saying that, and I agree.
Yeah,
huge.
It is good though, isn't it? That that in the past now the acts have got a bit more control. You can put your own stuff out there, you can curate it, and it must be great, really.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, it makes it a little bit easier that people that come to my show have seen me before.
Yeah.
So they're not shocked by what then happens on stage.
Yeah.
Because I think if you wandered into one of my shows and then I told you the Sol Campbell story, you might not enjoy it.
Well, I'd wander straight out again at that point.
Yeah,
but also it's
you
good.
guys
It's
nearly
good.
left your own studio, so I'm worried about the public.
It's good because it stops the people who are just posh or their dad were jewellers or that sort of stuff. Just
that's
getting
it.
the breaks, you know.
It narrows it down. It's good. I get a lot of Arsenal fans. I get a lot of Arsenal fans come to the gigs, which is good, and I get recognised weirdly only at the Emirates. No, I mean nowhere else.
Right.
So things are going well, but not that well. You know,
the name Dundas has got it's quite Scottish.
Dundas Street, isn't it?
Yeah, Dundas Street. Dundas House is the headquarters of the Royal Bank of Scotland. Again, it's another relatable anecdote I'm leading into now.
Yeah, who is actually my uncle.
Yeah.
A lot of people listening at home going, we've all been
the old man got the jury from. Was in a big chest.
Bloke doing his 60th delivery of the day in his Amazon van.
Plundered from a pirate ship in Scotland.
I'd like to point out that I didn't know. I went to Edinburgh 3 years ago just to see it. Before I started comedy, I just wanted to check it out.
Yeah.
And I got there, and they had Dundas Street, is where I was renting a room on Dundas Street, and then Dundas House, the biggest building. And I just thought, my family must be really popular in Scotland.
What did Dundas do?
Well, we don't want to talk about that. But it wasn't popular.
He's a terrible bloke, was he?
Sure. He's not directly related, but my 7 great granddad's cousin,
right?
Who they hated each other, is called Henry Dundas, and that's the 150-foot statue up in Edinburgh that they keep trying to pull down.
Is it slave tradery or what are we doing?
Yeah, it was. He was an MP when they were trying to abolish the slave trade.
Right. He was anti abolishment.
He was pro. Oh, sorry, I can't swear, can I?
It's all right, it's gone. Don't worry, you'll have missed it. You'll have missed it. We
have a semblance of control.
It was a great punchline, though.
It was a good line.
It was a really good line.
It was a good
Shame
line.
no one heard it.
No one will hear it.
Yeah.
No one will hear it.
So
good stuff.
Yeah, City won last night. Then, are you feeling? I mean, you must be feeling pretty zen about it after the result of the weekend. I mean, look at the 2 games you got left. You can't nose this up, can you? You can't.
Zen after the West Ham game.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was. I mean, West Ham did play pretty well. After about 20 minutes, you did start to look a bit nervous, and the idea of playing Declan Rice at right back didn't seem like the greatest idea.
Arsenal this season, the worse the team is that we play, the worse we seem to play. We seem to sort of stoop to their level, and then if they play well, we bring it up a bit. I mean, I was at the game we lost to Bournemouth, and then we go away and play City, and suddenly we play well.
Yeah.
I don't really understand it. I'm quite nervous. I mean, 2 points in it. It feels like this entire season I felt miles ahead and then looked at the table. We've never really been. I mean, we were sort of 9 points ahead, but with a couple games with City games.
I've got a theory we should just only play the last 5 games of the season. Just the rest of the season. Just everyone sort of kick it about a bit, but the last 5 games when it gets
nothing else. You don't have points.
Nothing else. No, you don't have points.
No points.
Draw it out of a hat.
Yeah,
it's seeded.
No goal difference.
That's a really terrible idea.
We're not with 2 games to go.
Paul, I've had worse.
With 2 games to go, 2 points ahead. In theory, should feel very comfortable. But I'm nervous that with Burnley, it's like they have nothing to play for. It's that kind of thing where you go, well, surely they couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think you've done it.
Yeah,
I think you've done it. If I'm honest, I think it's going to be
Champions League as well, or what?
Not the Champions League.
Pains me.
You'll win the league.
I mean, I'm not writing you off in that because it's the doomsday scenario. Of course, if you want a Sol Campbell story, I had a premonition that when you last played in some of the listeners will know this. Last played in the Champions League final. I just had this gut feeling because Sol had just come back from an injury. And I just thought he's going to score, but I don't see Arsenal beating Barca.
Right.
So I had a couple of various little flutters, including first goal, Sol Campbell, but Barcelona 2-1, including first goal, Sol Campbell, including Barcelona win.
Nice.
And basically, Sol paid for my season ticket that year.
So that got him back.
In defeat. I thought that was karma.
Very nice.
But and
you've let it go.
Then I went and spent it all in a jeweller's.
What's your score prediction for the Champions League final this season then?
6-0.
No. I don't know. I think you're going to give them a game here.
I think we could sneak it.
Yeah, so do I. So do I. This
Never,
is
ever,
It
ever.
really is.
And it's going to be someone that you really. It's going to be Piero Hincapié off the bench at left back post header.
It's going to be Mosquera.
Watch that. Save that clip for the 31st.
Yeah. Okay, we'll pull that out.
It's going to be Mosquera punching it in, but there's no conclusive evidence that he touched it with his hand. And after.
Look, what I can't stand is that there's a very decent chance that we lose both.
Yeah.
And I do feel that's
the funniest outcome. Alfie Dundas is First Class Panic, Pleasant Courtyard, Bunker 3, 7:15 every night. It's going to be a hot ticket. He's a very funny man. Go and see it.
Yes, absolutely. Well, good to see you, Alfie.
Thanks for having me, boys.
All the very best with the show. And
he's got a potty mouth, but other than that, he's fine.
Yeah. Look, can happen in the moment.
We know, Paul. It's the rhythm of the joke. It's fine.
How many times have I had to dump you swearing?
I never swear, Paul.
He doesn't. That's right. So we're City continuing to hunt Arsenal down in the title race? Yeah, not sure. Is there time for another dramatic twist? Well, I hope so, but probably unlikely. Angelina Kelly and content creator Boovie discuss whether... Why did I say that like a High Court judge? Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. He's a content creator. Yeah, carry on. Boovie discussed whether Manchester City can actually catch Arsenal and whether Bruno Fernandes is better than Phil Foden in the late... It's a difficult one to argue, isn't it? In the latest episode of the Daily Podcast, available on all your favourite podcast platforms now. Birthday sprint to come in the final hour. Tim Vickery will be joining us live from Rio as well, with all the latest from South America.
James Corden is with us in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning, mate.
Good morning, James.
So happy to be here.
It's our pleasure. How are you?
I'm really well. Yeah, I'm very good.
Thank you for coming in.
It's a pleasure.
It's lovely. We've got so much to talk to you about.
For sure.
Before we talk about football, right?
Yes.
I was just going over old stuff that you've done, right?
Mm.
And I was watching with my producer Ollie this morning when you did the Sports Personality of the Year. I think it was 09, 07, I can't remember. It was nearly 20 years ago. And you stood up in front of everyone, right?
Yes.
You gave, as Smithy, you gave this massive speech.
Smithy won Coach of the Year.
And I said to producer, he's got a good memory, right? How nerve-wracking must that have been for you? Was that just insane? Did you have autocue on that? Or was that...
Well, yeah, no, there was a prompter, but the issue was with that is we shot that 8 minutes before they went live for Sports Personality, so we only had one. We could only do it once.
Yeah.
From the standing up in the crowd, the walking through, doing all the stuff. So also, we had to make sure that lots of people were in the audience because at Sports Personality they all wait in this room before they go out, and we had to go up to like Freddie Flintoff, and what we had to say to him, we had to go, Freddie, we're going to do this thing. Don't laugh along,
okay?
Because it can't look like it's like a sort of roast monologue.
Yeah,
which is why Freddie's such a brilliant actor. Looks so angry in that we just
Talk Sport.
With the headlines at 2 minutes past 3, I'm Tom Clayton. Good afternoon. It's another VAR decision that may decide a top-flight title. We're all talking about that decision at Motherwell last night. That means Celtic have a much better chance at the Premiership title on Saturday. Simon Jordan didn't mince his words.
This one decision was scandalously bad. It was scandalously bad. And that referee shouldn't be anywhere near refereeing that game or any game in the immediate future because of that decision, because it's that bad a decision.
Ali McCoist was on this morning too. He says there's only one positive that's come from all this.
You boys talking about it.
Yep.
Gary Lineker talking about it. Jeff's going off his head about it. Everybody. I mean, it's as bad as it is, it might bring it, to people's notice because it was an appalling decision.
Elsewhere, it's our understanding Hull are preparing for the Championship playoff final to be moved to a later date. Southampton are under investigation over claims of spying. Arne Slot's confident of his Liverpool future, even despite their pretty average season.
I have every reason to believe I'm the Liverpool manager next season. First of all, I'm contracted to this club, and second of all, from all the talks we are having.
He's also confirmed Mo Salah will be available for a few minutes off the bench at Aston Villa, live on talkSPORT tomorrow night. Mikel Arteta has seemed to confirm Ben White's World Cup dream is over with a long-term injury, but Jurrien Timber could be fit again for the Champions League final. And a defender from non-league Braintree Town will head to the World Cup this summer. Tommy Smith has been selected by New Zealand. They're in Group G with Belgium, Egypt and Iran. Remember, every game from the World Cup will be live across the talkSPORT network this summer.
talkSPORT News.
Wes Streeting has resigned as Health Secretary, paving the way for a potential leadership challenge, and the King's been meeting crowds in North London. Remember, you can get in-depth analysis of today's news on Times Radio.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. Our expert technicians can't do your spring cleaning, but they can keep your car's inbuilt safety tech in top nick. Visit quickfit.com and book today.
Sunny spells and showers, the heavier showers across central and southern UK, thunderstorms as well. Breezy with coastal gales later in the far northeast.
Weekend preview on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. For more racing tips, check out their podcast, From the Horse's Mouth, with Ruby Walsh and our own Paddy Power. The podcast for racing fans, by racing fans. T's and C's apply. 18 plus BGambleAware.org.
Racing now. As always, Ryan McHugh is with us from Paddy Power of all the latest news and odds.
Yeah.
We've got racing at York, haven't we?
Very nice.
Currently kicking off today, Ryan.
Hello, Ryan.
Hello, lads. Yeah, York's 3-day meeting. We're in the middle of that at the moment. Friday, tomorrow, it sees their 3-day Dante meeting come to a close. And this Saturday, lads, we have Newbury and Newmarket to look forward to. Quality action there. So we've 8 races on ITV. We'll start with Newbury. Their feature is the Group 1 Lockinge Stakes over at 2:35, I should say. It's over a mile. Damasus has done the most of his winning over further than the mile trip. His only try at this Group 1 level was in the Derby last season when he disappointed in that race. But he looks a different horse on his seasonal debut this season when he won the Earl of Sefton by nearly 4 lengths on seasonal debut. He deserves a lot of respect in this. I think there is question marks for different reasons over some of his main rivals. So for me, he's the one they all have to beat. And at 3-1, I think that's a very fair price to see if he can land his first Group 1. The listed Carnarvon Stakes is at 3:10, the race after. Albert Einstein hasn't won yet this season in both his attempts, but this looks a winnable race for him, dropping back to 6 furlongs, in which he was successful twice in last season. He was obviously highly thought of heading into this season. He was the anti-post favourite throughout the winter for the Guineas, but that never materialised, and he's back in trip against rivals that I think he should be beating. So I think he'll go very close. Albert Einstein in that 3:10. He's also a 3-1 chance with ourselves. The London Gold Cup is an intriguing race as always. We're paying 4 places to each way bets in that one online. My Love is King is having his 3rd start relatively quickly for John Gosden, but I think both his handicap mark and the addition of cheek pieces to help him focus a little bit better in his race should see him go very close here. He's probably my bet of the day on Saturday. He was beaten only a neck by Maltese Cross last month at Newmarket. That horse come out since and won the Linkfield Derby trial. He's on his way to the Derby, that William Haggis horse. So the form is very strong. Another one that's around a 3-1 chance that I will be on Saturday. And finally, over the Newmarket, lads, we're paying an extra place in the 142. A few handicaps to look forward to there on ITV. And Final Night at a double figure price might be the one to side with. He was a big price second on his latest start over course and distance 2 weeks ago, and a reproduction of that effort should see him in the mix on Saturday. But the Group 1 Lockinge is the feature on Saturday, and as you mentioned, lads, York today and tomorrow also to look forward to.
Brilliant. Nice one. Thank you, Ryan.
Cheers, lads.
Ryan McHugh there from Paddy Power, all the latest racing news. Don't forget Paddy's From the Horse's Mouth podcast, available every week, and you can download the latest episode from your usual podcast provider now. 18 plus, BeGambleAware.org.
Weekend preview on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. For more racing tips, check out their podcast, From the Horse's Mouth, with Ruby Walsh and our own Paddy Power. The podcast for racing fans, by racing fans. T's and C's apply. 18 plus BWare.org.
When I wake up in the morning light, I pull on my jeans and I feel alright. I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my blue jeans on.
Now we have a bit of whirly, that was it. Now we play that because our last guest, Alfie Dundas, and before we got sidetracked by the Sol Campbell jewellery situation, as Glenn Hodder would call it, I was going to say to him, any relation to David? That is David Dundas, and one or two of the listeners have pointed out that's where they knew the name from.
Someone texted in about that, Paul. I can't find the name now because I've whizzed down, because it's an absolute smorgasbord this afternoon, because we haven't asked for a specific thing on the text.
No, we haven't. All sorts of scattergun
all sorts of stuff. Would you like a few of the things?
Well, let me just point out the David Dundas.
Yes, go on.
Have you heard that song before?
No, I haven't. I was just thinking, how many songs have started when I wake up in the morning?
Yeah.
But, when I
wake up in the morning light,
yes.
I put on my jeans and I feel all right.
Oh, right.
Well, it was a kind of retrofitted song, I'm guessing, right? Because it was an advert for Brutus jeans.
Was it Brutus jeans? What was the difference?
For Brutus jeans.
Did you ever slide into some Brutus jeans, Paul?
I had a pair of Brutus.
I got some Brutus.
I was down Mr. Buy-Right with the best of them in me Brutus Gold.
What shoes would you be wearing with a Brutus jean?
I don't know. That sort of era. I had a mate who was a bit of an old teddy boy, and he would rail against those sort of wide-toed shoes that were very popular.
Didn't like those.
Time. He said they looked like asphalt layers boots. He was wearing massive crepe-soled shoes. Anyway, we move on. But so it was an advert for Brutus jeans. And I guess they thought, well, it was popular, so they just wrote some other lyrics for it. I don't know if he is related. I mean, we're doing this. We would have done all that, and he would have said, no.
No related. What is this song? And also, he's like about 23, so we'd go, what's this, like a song from the Blitz or something?
Oh, yeah, he's a kid, isn't he? It's like number one, that was number one.
Was it? Yeah, no, I didn't mind it.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Nice bass line on it.
Jaunty enough, yeah.
Other songs about jeans.
It's probably Herbie Flowers. It's probably Rick Wakeman on the piano. It's one of those.
It will be. Find out who's on it. Someone Google that song.
Knocked it out in 20 minutes.
Forever in Blue Jeans. Paul, got any other songs about blue jeans?
Do you know he had the swinging. Sorry, this is the sports radio.
Do you know, I had the same jeans on for 4 days now. Do you know that song? I think it's not quite long enough.
I'll tell you somebody else who's never heard that song before.
Yeah.
It's Gabby Parton. Who's going to bring us an update on the USP.
Oh, yeah, she's never...
So I could see you dropping off listening to me explain the history of that song. And I don't blame you, because I was getting bored by the end.
I liked it.
But that was a song from an advert, see, and then that became a song. Anyway, I'm sorry, Gabby.
Thank you for that history, Leslie.
Yeah. We got a few of the big hitters out now. Well, I don't mean... Well, we have, because we've got John Rahm out there. But big names, including Rory, haven't we?
We do indeed. Do you want to hear a funny story, though? I don't know how your punctuality is. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. How is it, both of you?
Mine's not bad.
For work?
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depends what time of day it is.
No, if I know I've got to be, so I'll be there at the time that's on the piece of paper.
So someone turned up late to the tea, did they?
Indeed.
Oh, you're not allowed, are you, surely?
No, it's very naughty in the golf world. It's quite an unusual storyline that happened early on. Now, you don't often see this at this level, but it came from the South African and Garrick Higo, and he's been handed a 2-shot penalty for being late to his tea time. Naughty, naughty. And that was at 7:18 this morning.
Did he give a reason?
I think he was just on the putting green. I don't know if he's just, over practicing maybe, but I mean...
They call it caddy dreams. No, they do. The caddies never get a really good night's sleep during an actual tournament because they are so scared of sleeping through the alarm and missing the tea time. Wow. So caddy dreams are always
it's more annoying when you're already there. You're so close and you're still late.
Is it the caddy's responsibility to say, look, come on, we've got to get... I mean, are they supposed to be the arch timekeeper?
I would have thought so.
Is the talent just supposed to worry about their putting? I don't know.
Look at all the lovely fancy watches they've got. Surely they can have a little look.
Yeah.
What they should do is just do what I do when I play golf, is get there like 2 minutes to the tee time, run out the car park and onto the first tee. Quick swing and off we go.
Still putting your shoes on there. So he's not winning then, I take it.
No, he did put it behind him though, fair play to him, and he birdied the third, so he sits one over for the championship. So, it's still mental game and all of that. So he seems to have recovered fairly nicely. I would say a slow start for Bryson DeChambeau as well. He's still searching for his first birdie of the day. 2 bogeys in his first 3 holes. He's now on a par 5 though. Just hit a solid drive, so a good opportunity for him to turn things round. Meanwhile, the German. What about him and Steven Jaeger? He's finally proven he's human. A bogey ended his run on the par 3 8th, but then he just bounced back with another birdie. So amazing start and campaign for him at this championship. Xander Schauffele's early momentum took a hit at the 220-yard par 3 14th. He now sits 2 shots back alongside 2022 Open champion in Cam Smith. So great to see him doing so well in a major so far. Plenty still to play for, guys, but a few early twists as the first round settles into shape.
PGA Championship update on talkSPORT with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed.
Now, the latest edition of How to Win the World Cup is now live. Matt Ford, is he going to run? Do we know?
Well, I don't know.
Is he broken cover?
Don't know if he's allowed to.
And Alex Brooker, joined by World Cup winner Manu Petit, to talk all things France ahead of the tournament this summer. He tells us what French fans think of England and their chances this summer. Go on, be nice, Manu.
We fear France. Do France fear England?
No, we respect England. We know that they have great players, but we know that we are a strong team too. So we are confident, and we know and we think that we are going to win the World Cup. As I said so many times, when you start to play competition, and this is a message I've sent to the Arsenal fans for weeks now, and you have to believe in what you're doing. If you want to win, you have to believe in it. So when we play against England, we believe we can beat them.
But do we always believe we can beat them? This is the thing.
This is the thing. You've got to try. You've got to try, Paul. That's all you can do is really try and believe in what you're doing. I think England have got a really good chance at the World Cup.
Got a very good squad.
We're going to do it.
We're
going to do it. Come on.
Well, the 1998 World Cup winner Manu Petit there on How to Win the World Cup is available now wherever you get your podcasts and on the talkSPORT World Cup YouTube channel. Tim Vickery's going to be with us shortly. Is that right?
Yeah, Billie Jean. Ben says Billie Jean. Blue Jeans by Bowie. Blue Jean Baby, LA Lady. Oh, that's a good song. Blue Jean Baby.
Yeah, Tiny Dancer.
LA Lady. Tony Danza. Yeah,
that's it.
Nice.
So,
Ian Danter.
Tim Vickery will be with us very shortly. We've had some squads being named, haven't we, for the World Cup? So, from South America, we'll be right across that with Tim in a few moments' time. As always, we're here with our good friends at Talk Station, open from 7 a.m. Monday to Saturday. Grab what you need. Get on site, get it done. First stop, Tool Station.
It's going to be a fun run. I mean, with the Premier League, I think it really is in our hands now. I can't see us giving it away with our remaining fixtures, especially Burnley at home next Monday night, which I will be going to.
Yeah, I feel as well, Man City will drop points. I really believe it. Bournemouth away. Irio's last game, home game of the season, and they're fighting for Champions League. That's a tough game for Man City.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. If obviously Aston Villa go and win the Europa League final, doesn't that open
sixth place? Yeah.
So Bournemouth have got it all to fight for.
Because Brighton have got 2 winnable games behind them as well, so they know they probably need 2 wins. Bournemouth.
Yeah, Brighton have been in great form as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. But guys, I've got to tell you, and I know you guys have probably already been told, but a lot of rival fans listening to this are going to think I'm crazy. I actually a few weeks ago had Mikel Arteta's face tattooed on my forearm.
No, I don't believe you.
I really have. It's on my TikTok page. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name of it, am I?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, so if for anyone listening, it's called Arsenal.overflow. And yeah, you'll find it on TikTok. It's pinned at the top of my profile. I had Mikel Arteta's face tattooed alongside Thierry Henry and Emirates Stadium in the background, because I do believe in this man. I do believe he is the one that's going to get us over that line, get us the trophies. And once these come in this season, I think we're just going to keep on going. Then I think the next couple of seasons we'll continue winning a lot more silverware.
The offer to be the voice of a sheep.
Yes, you can only dream, really.
Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser. Well, how much of Rip does your husband in real life have about him?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's a man.
He's a dude. Kirsty and Phil.
Can we talk about one other thing?
We can talk about loads of things. It's an interview.
Wake up, it's a beautiful morning.
Get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win.
Yes, do you fancy £25,000 in your hand, completely tax-free at talkSPORT? Our competition's got a whole lot bigger, with even more prizes up for grabs to give you that winning feeling. So head to talkSPORT Win. That's talksportwin.com to enter, and for full T's and C's. Now, many of the World Cup nations have announced, in some cases, quite bloated prelim squads for the World Cup, but there are some notable names in there.
Yeah, some
in the
people
South
in there.
Americans. And
Tim's been called up, I think. One of them.
Tim's on the 55. Yeah, Tim Vickery joins us. Good afternoon, Tim.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How you doing?
Yeah, it's difficult to pinpoint, unless they're injured and out of the picture, who isn't in these squads. But the notable one is Neymar. We've been talking about in recent weeks. Been a Neymar watch. Could he do it? Your feeling was it felt unlikely, but in the big squad, he's there.
Yeah, we always knew he was going to be in the 55. The question is, and we haven't got long to wait, Monday afternoon Rio time, is he going to be in Carlo's 26? He's on his way. He is Carlo's 26. Do you remember the Ron Greenwood song?
Yeah,
back in 82? Of course. Yeah, and the country is tearing itself apart in this great debate. And those journos with sources, very close, they're wobbling around all over the place. The line on Tuesday was, no, it looks like, no, Neymar is out. He's not going to make the 26. And then a spate of interviews with Ancelotti were published. And then they kind of changed their mind. And they said, yeah, it now looks as if Neymar is going to be included. It's a little bit like, and I know you're going to have a go at me for this. I know. It's a little bit like that old Willie Rushton advert years and years ago. It's crunchy. It's crunchy. No, it's chewy. No, it's crunchy. That's the way that Brazil is approaching this thing. We will find out on Monday. One thing I fear we've already found out is looks like that Esteban of Chelsea is not going to make it in time. Ancelotti would love to have him. He would be in the first team, but it looks like that injury hasn't cleared up in time. So the World Cup, very, very tragically, I think we'll have to do without him.
There's a lot of very familiar names to Premier League fans amongst the front players. Gabriel Martinelli's in there, João Pedro's in there, Ratten's in there. Richarlison's in, Igor Jesus. I mean, who do you think? Who do you see as the starting front? Would it be a front three under Carlo?
Well, the idea originally was he's going to go with a front four, which was going to be Esteban, Rafinha, Mateus Cunha, Vinny Jr. Now that he's lost Esteban, I wonder if he's going to go for a third man in midfield, because playing four up front and only two in the centre of midfield, when one of those two is Casemiro, in intense heat. That is a big ask, I think. Yeah. So I would have thought the immediate substitute for Esteban was a fellow called Luis Enrique, who plays in Russia at the moment, who is powerful and is brilliant off the bench. I would have thought there'd be a temptation to leave him on the bench, wait until the poor Scots have been tired for 70 minutes in the afternoon heat of Miami, and after starting blue, they might have turned white after about a week on the beach. You never know with the Scots. And then unleash someone like Luis Enrique or Hendrick, who's also very good off the bench. It wouldn't be a surprise at all to me if he goes with a third man in midfield. And the front runner at the moment is a former Premier League player, Danilo, who was of Nottingham Forest, who is in absolutely storming club form with Botafogo, won't be there for very long. I would think that he at the moment is front runner to form a three there with Casemiro and Bruno Guimaraes.
Argentina also announced their prelim squad, and Messi's in there, unsurprisingly, I guess.
Yeah, although we still don't know if he's going to play the World Cup. And obviously we do, really. But he hasn't made an official announcement saying, I'm going to do it. And the line from the coach Scaloni is, well, it's up to him. He will have to decide. Argentina made official their pre-list of 55. The Brazil list isn't official. It's been kind of wheedled out of the clubs. But Argentina published their 55. There's lots of Premier League interest, including, I think, a surprise. And running through the Premier League players, there's Martinez of Villa, Benitez, Palace, who I probably think won't make the cut. Romero, of course, Senesian of Bournemouth, and Lisandro Martinez, who I think will make the cut. Enzo Fernandez and McAllister are in the team. Nico Dominguez of Forest is in there, but I don't think he'll make the cut. And nor, I think, will Buendia of Villa. But the surprise one, Garnacho. The man that they can't really replace is Di Maria, who is out because he wants to be. And if Di Maria said tomorrow, I want to come in, he'll come in. But he's retired from international football. And how do you replace him? And Di Maria, he just gives you so much. Big occasion player. And so that's been an issue for Argentina the last 2 years. And Garnacho was seen as the man most likely. But he's done nothing really for 2 years apart from irritate people, has he? So it's a surprise that he's in the 55. I doubt very much that he's going to be in the 26. But I do think there'll be some kind of wild card, some attempt to give something of what Di Maria brings. It could well be a former Premier League player, didn't stay very long. The little Barco, little left-footed Barco, who was at Brighton, is now in France. I think he could be the man to kind of play a Di Maria role off the bench. And I don't know when we're going to find that one out, because Argentina, I don't think they've announced when they're going to cut it down to 26.
And as James Rodriguez said, once the World Cup's done, he's retiring.
Yeah, well, not yet. I mean, that's been reported, although he's since come out and said maybe not. We shall see. He's probably, critics would say that he retired from club football years ago, because he's now on his 12th different country on his world tour. He's hardly played anywhere for years, apart from for Colombia, but he's still vital to the cause. I mean, the Colombia team is the attack. It is the link up between him and Luis Diaz.
Still dining out on that volley, isn't he? Some goal, though.
Yeah. Well, if me or you had scored a goal like that, we'd have been dining out on it for much, much more than 12 years, I think.
That's true. Now, the Argentinian Championship, which you call the wonderfully insane Argentinian Championship, is reaching the closing stages. And we've had some mad things there, like some of the big teams are playing badly and look like they might get relegated. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll change the rules so they don't go down. So they do make it up as they go along at times. But so where are we at the moment? Is it the big two dominating or not?
No, it isn't, or not as much as it should be, given their financial advantage. First of all, the first point to make is there's 30 teams in the first division. 30 teams. Why is this? Well, because Argentina is a big country, but historically, economically and in football terms, very, very centralized around Buenos Aires. So the history of football is really Buenos Aires. It only let the provinces in slowly in the kind of late 60s. Now they're really making an effort to nationalize it, and there are forces from the provinces who are emerging. Meanwhile, back in Buenos Aires, it's like neighborhoods. I don't know if either of you been to Buenos Aires, but you wander around and there's a neighborhood club here and there's a neighborhood club there, but they're big clubs. No, it's as if Leyton Orient were a Premier League club. There's lots of Leyton Orients in the Argentine First Division. Yeah. So how on earth do you both open space for the provinces and keep all these neighborhood clubs going by having 30 teams in the First Division? But it does mean that the championship is obviously unwieldy. So what do? 2 groups of 15. Play each other in the groups, and then the top 8 go through to playoffs. But because you've got so many teams and so many rounds, there's very little time for the playoffs. So the playoffs, one game, one and done, and it's on the home ground of the club who did best in the league in the league stage. So you finish first in your group, you're at home to the team that finished 8th in the other group.
Right.
So the home team has a massive advantage. Firstly, the league says they're better. Secondly, they're at home. Thirdly, there's no away fans in most of Argentina football. Yeah. So the poor old away team, it's going into the bear pit with not a single friend there. So, obviously, the home team's going to win all the time. Oh, no, they're not. The first knockout round was at the weekend. Of the 8 games, 5 were won by the away side. Wow. Imagine 5. And it should have been 6. Boca Juniors got knocked out. They got knocked out by Huracan. And River Plate, they're playing at home to San Lorenzo. And San Lorenzo have a man sent off early. San Lorenzo go 1-0 up. River Plate equalise. 90 minutes 1-1. We go into extra time. Come on, the 10 men. Do people still shout that? I think they should. The 10 men of San Lorenzo go 2-1 up. We are in the second and final minute of stoppage time. The 4th official has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes. And in the last kick of those 2 minutes, from not even a shot, it's a cross-come shot. You know, one of those horrible ones that it kind of curves and it's a cross, but it's capable of going. Yeah, it's one of those. River Plate equalised with the very last kick of the game. 2-2. We go to penalties. River Plate missed 2 of their first 3 penalties. San Lorenzo now have 4 match points. Now, if River Plate miss another one, or if San Lorenzo score one of their last 2, all over. Good night, Vienna. San Lorenzo missed their last 2. River Plate score their last 2. So we go to sudden death. Wow. Then, up step River Plate, score. Up step San Lorenzo. And it's not a bad penalty. It's not a bad penalty. But the keeper just gets a hand on it, pushes it onto the post, and it rolls all the way along the line and just out of the goal. And River Plate have qualified. They have won the game that was most lost in history. They won their quarterfinal last night. They're up against Di Maria's Rosario Central in the semi-final at the weekend.
Good stuff, Tim. Thank you.
Brilliant, Tim. Thank you.
Next week.
Cheers.
There we are. Tim Vickery with the very latest from South America. Birthday spread is up next.
Oh, is it?
Andy
Waste of time.
Enjoyed the deep dive into.
I could get an earlier train, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm feeling. Yeah. Okay. Well, it comes up very shortly, and I'm sure you'll be playing along at home too.
Ben White is to miss the rest of Arsenal's season and is set to be ruled out of the World Cup. A suspected knee ligament injury for Ben. He picked it up on Sunday. I think it was a 50-50, wasn't it, with Somerville. of West Ham. Now, up until now, Tuchel has ignored Trent Alexander-Arnold since his move to Real Madrid this summer. Could it be goodbye Ben and hello Trent? What do you think?
My gut feeling is Tuchel just doesn't fancy Trent, no matter who's fit or not, to be honest, from a defensive point of view. That's how it feels. The recent squad, he had, 36, and he didn't put him in, so I don't see why I'd be putting him in now.
You think he's decided he's not going to be featured?
Feels that way.
Yeah.
I might be completely wrong, but
no matter what.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be going. It's a shame for Ben White because he seems to be in a good books for Tuchel, and he's just started to get his form back a little bit, playing regularly because Timber's injury. He's decent player.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know Gary Neville had a little criticism of the way he made that tackle. I kind of make him right in a way, but the problem you've got now, because I missed the final once by dangling a leg. Rio come through me hard, Rio Ferdinand, the way it leads it was. And I did my ligaments, missed the final because of it. And I look back on the tackle and think, yeah, I should have gone in full tilt. Problem you've got now with the way the rules are, especially with the follow-through rule, even if you go in full tilt and you do get the ball, but you catch someone on the way through,
and you get a red card.
Yeah, it actually encourages you to be a bit more tentative.
So what is it when you're going in fairly committed, but don't end up truly committed?
Yeah.
I mean, Gary Neville said Ben White just hangs his leg there. It's poor. He's got to be stronger than that. He's hurt himself there.
Yeah, and that's my point.
Only one story in town today. It's the VAR call that's rocked Britain and Ali McCoist.
A horrendous decision that has effectively, I think, once again, embarrassed Scottish football.
With the Scottish title slipping away at Motherwell, Celtic were awarded a 99th minute penalty. talkSPORT's Shabana Hearn, whose specs are green-tinted, gives her take on Sam Nicholson's clearance.
He's clearly got his hand up on his forehead and the ball comes off the heel of his hand. That's all I can see.
Celtic's win means Hearts need to avoid defeat at Celtic Park on Saturday to take that title. Here's Simon Jordan.
And that referee shouldn't be anywhere near refereeing that game or any game in the immediate future because of that decision, because it's that bad a decision.
It seems Ben White's World Cup dream is over. Mikel Arteta says his injury looks long-term, but Jurriën Timber could be fit for the Champions League final. No Ben White at the World Cup, but Shakira, Madonna and K-pop band BTS will all be there to perform in the first ever World Cup final half-time show. Coldplay's Chris Martin's organising it. Here he is with Elmo.
Can you believe it? They're doing a halftime show during the World Cup final.
That doesn't sound half bad.
Well, it doesn't sound half good either.
Oh! Hey, Statler and Waldorf, you guys are invited too. Everyone's invited, right?
Yeah.
Sure, okay, so let's go.
There's more as ever at talksport.com.
Birthday spread time, a simple game in which myself and Charlie try and predict the scores of not score. I'm talking to do up the wrong game. Try and predict the ages.
Simple game for simple
I'm doing
people.
the Falls panel. Try and predict the ages of 10 people who've celebrated. What is it? A prediction? Guess. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I've just started.
You played it before, Paul?
I've not really. No, it's a complete waste of half an hour.
It is.
We've got to try and guess 10 people's ages. Andy's collated them. He's got a funny joke. Jeff Peters keeps score. You know the drill by now. Good afternoon. Andy.
Good afternoon, Paul. Good afternoon, Charlie. And we're seeing on screen this brilliant thing Charlie put up yesterday on Instagram. It was very funny.
It's me hiding behind a tree with binoculars.
That tree's famous now, isn't it?
It's got slightly creepy vibes to it.
That tree's famous.
At least I've got Cash Funk in my corner.
Cash Funk.
Good afternoon, Jeff.
Pew, pew.
Oh, well, careful now.
Jane Campion.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Bernard. Sorry, Bernard. Another version of that did the rounds on social media. I thought he was going to play that.
He did. I got a bone to pick with Jeff, actually. It was Torquay v Hornchurch in the National League South playoff final on Saturday. I was on air, Paul, and Andy and Jeff. I was on air on Virgin Radio, so I couldn't watch the game. So people were keeping me up to date. And I was turning it off to concentrate on doing the show because I'm a professional.
Yeah, of course.
Paul messaged me in the 82nd minute, 2-1, that's it now.
You've done it.
That's it, you've done it. Congratulations,
Oh,
Paul.
no, two previous.
So Paul was the bearer of very good news, Andy, as you can imagine. Who do you think texted me 2-2?
Oh, dear.
Who do you think texted me? It's 2-2 now.
Oh, no.
Who do you think it... Oh, no. Who do you think it was?
dear.
It was Jeff Peters.
Of course it was.
Jeff the Party Pooper Peters.
Party Pooper Peters. That's a good one for popping your microphone.
Yeah, well, it was a thumping win for Paul last week. He leads Charlie 10-3 this year. By the way, great to hear Tim Burgess on the show earlier. I'm not hugely familiar with the Charlatans' back catalogue. I know they had a hit with North Country Boy, but that's the only one I know.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad, is it?
It's not his birthday.
I've been thinking of that since 2 o'clock.
I would laugh if I got it. I've got 11.
I would laugh if I got it. It's my new birthday.
I've got 11 jokes. I've got 11 names this week.
Yeah.
That's because
that's not how the game works.
No, I know. One of them was so lame I couldn't put it in, but then it was too silly to leave out. So I'll do it at the end.
Okay.
But it's going to be a non-score.
Well, there's something to look forward to.
Well,
yeah, that's very much
called trailing ahead.
I'll do it at the top. Shall I do it first?
Do it now, Andy. Kick off
All
with it.
right, I'll do the non-one first.
Go on
okay,
then, quick.
It's the skateboarder Tony Hawk.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tony. Yeah.
He's a very keen apiarist, and he's come up with a unique way to collect the honey by lining the bottom of the hive with cream crackers. You must have heard of Hawks, Bees, and Jacobs.
Oh, okay.
I liked it.
You liked it? Yeah,
I liked it.
No, I thought it didn't quite work.
Not for you.
Didn't work for me.
Let's get underway because times are pressing.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, first of the genuine ones this week. It's the great sprinter Merlene Ottey. She was a great sprinter, actually.
Yeah.
And I had the privilege of watching her in action with Boise, the late, great John Chattis. Never forget John's greeting to her. Marlene.
Yeah, there we are.
It's much harder to say than Marlene.
It is.
Merlene.
It's me, isn't it? First?
You, Paul.
I'm trying to think. I mean,
Merlene Ottey.
How many years is it since she stopped running? I mean, time, as you get older, time goes quicker.
Yeah, it does.
53.
Unlike Merlene.
Yeah.
53 is a good shout, Paul, I think. Yeah. I'm feeling she's sort of early 90s.
Could be younger. I don't know.
Not an age, when she was running.
Go on, then. So you're saying 91, right?
Yeah, an early terror.
Yeah.
What do you say, 53? I think you're about right. I'm going to say 50.
No, 66.
It's that long ago. You see what I mean?
No.
See what I mean?
Terrible start. Let's knock it on the head.
All the athletics fans are going, you idiots. She's much older than that.
Just knock it on the head. Let's talk about football for 20.
What's the scores, Jeff?
Well, there's only 3 in it. It's Paul 13, Charlie 16.
Yes, not a good start by us. Okay, on to birthday number 2.
It's the singer-songwriter Donovan.
Yeah.
And not many people know he's a massive fan of Brazilian football. His favourite player played for several top clubs, Barcelona, Juventus and Liverpool. I said, OK, who is it? He said, they call him Arthur Melo. Quite right.
Quite right.
Yeah. How old's Donovan?
Donovan, right. So I'm going to say he is 82.
I'm going to go a bit higher. I think he might be older. I'm just guessing. 88.
80?
Oh, is he? Blimey. Sorry, Donovan, if you're listening.
There we are. Must have been last week's paper.
Yeah. I must have missed that one.
Standard.
What's the scores, Jeff?
An old one. Like
Charlie leads. He's on 18, Paul on 21.
Wow. Good start for Charlie. On to birthday number 3.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's the fine entertainer Bob Carrollgees.
Bob Carrollgees.
Oh, yeah. And we were working on a cruise ship together, actually. And by the 6th week, I'd had enough of doing the act with him. And in a fit of pique, I chucked his puppet overboard.
Yeah.
But it made no difference. It was just a spit in the ocean.
Hey!
That's very
beautifully
good,
put
it?
together.
Very good, Andy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not funny, but beautifully put.
Bob Carroll, geez.
Bob's been on the show a few times over the years. I'd say he is 70.
At least Julia Sawala didn't get a mention.
Yeah. 70, 75, 76. 76, I'm going. Yes.
That's what he used to do. A childhood spent doing that.
Forget Cough the Cat, part of the act.
What did Cough the Cat do?
Oh, he coughed. What do you think he did? 76.
Sneezed.
What was it? Furball. Had a constant furball.
Yeah, he had occasional furball.
Yeah, what's
Charlie,
that?
guess.
What's
Charlie,
that?
guess.
Oh.
76, yeah.
Look, rushing it on a bit.
Timekeeper, yeah.
It was meant to be having fun. It was meant to be for entertainment.
76.
Jesus.
I won't say it again.
Have you going out with Jeff? We've got to get to the table. Got to get to the table.
I've got a chicken and chips waiting for me in the Star of India. That's a very in joke.
What did you say, Paul?
76.
76. I think he's older. 79.
78.
Oh, in the middle there.
What's the scores, Jeff?
Paul 23, Charlie 19.
That's quite a tight game then. On to birthday number 4.
The fashion designer Lucia Prada.
Right.
And she had a lot of racehorses in the 80s, actually, and always insisted on the late, great former jockey Greville Starkey sporting her colours. Yes, Greville wore Prada.
Oh, very good. Who is it?
What's her name?
Lucia Prada.
From the Prada family.
I would imagine.
No, from the Prada the Plumbers.
Yeah.
Oh, it might be a good name for a plumber.
Lucia often says, hang on, I'll go and get me rods out of the van. Yeah.
It's hair. It's just hair.
What do you think? How old is she?
I don't know. I have no idea who she is. Don't know. She could be any of the Prada people. Didn't even know Prada was a person.
No, nor did I.
Of course it is.
John Prada.
I thought it was an acronym.
Yeah.
Go on, keep going.
John Prada. Didn't he play for?
Yeah, look at the. Jeff is right. Look at the time.
Jeff's furious.
Come
Look at
on.
him.
You played faster.
Oh, we just played.
I get into trouble.
To be honest, if we don't do all this rubbish, the format's shown up for what it is. So let's.
You've got a point there. I hadn't thought of that. Go on then. Quick.
Go on.
Prada, no idea. 72.
I might just stick with you because she could be.
We don't know, do we?
She could be the granddaughter
Not
of
her friend, unless you've been looking in the Banbury cake for the answer.
76.
77.
Oh, come on.
Close.
Yeah. What's the score?
Get your Banbury. What a cheat. Unbelievable cheating. Do you hear him acting then? Oh, I'll just stick with you. Yeah, I don't know.
Shut up,
Spot
Charlie.
on.
It's 24 all. 24.
Okay, next birthday. Come on.
24. Okay.
Otherwise, we'll run out of time.
Yeah, we will.
It's the great singer. She sang "Don't Leave Me This Way" in 1976.
Yeah.
Thelma Houston.
Okay.
And like me, it's like me. Thelma's a big Chelsea fan.
All right.
And, during the latest poor run, she asked me if I thought the club would be okay. I said to her, "Houston, we haven't."
Yeah, I thought that's. Sorry for spoiling it.
Charlie,
That's
do
fine.
apologise there. Who is it? Jeff?
It's you. That's me. Thelma Houston.
Just the 5 hours
Concentrate,
putting
please.
it together.
Concentrate.
81. 81. Thelma.
81, you think, do you, Paul?
Thelma.
I'm going to say a bit younger than that. I'm going to say 78.
80.
Oh. So we're going to half time, Jeff, with the scores at what?
Paul 25, Charlie 26. One in it.
Okay,
Lovely
well, let us know how you're
stuff.
getting on, folks. talksport.com/H&J. Text to 81089. Tweet to TSH&J. We'll bring the best of your scores to you very shortly. We're here, of course. I've lost everything now. Where's everything gone? We're here with our very good friends.
At Tool Station.
Tool
Paul, aren't we?
Station. No, I know it is.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know if you knew.
Been good friends for
Next stop, Tool Station. Should we say
no.
that one? No.
First stop, Tool
First stop, Tool Station.
That'll teach you.
Cable work.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. This is Never Ever by All Saints, but why are we playing it, I hear you ask? Well, I think this is nuts. What I'm going to tell you now. I was out Saturday night, with our friends John and Emma. Right, went for a curry, and you all right?
Sorry.
Turn it up. He wants more of it. Turn it up a bit.
Sorry, no, carry on. Sorry.
Go on.
Ready?
Here we go. You got a good bit now. Come on. Vocabulary runs through my head. The alphabet runs right from. Oh, he's going to struggle with that. Oh, you got it.
What a tune, by the way.
So I was out with my friends on Saturday night. I went out for a curry, and John's wife Emma said to me, "I've never, ever, bearing in mind she's our age, right? I mean, I'm a little bit older than you. Ever had a cup of tea or coffee?" And I went, "I don't believe you."
I don't believe that.
And she said, I don't want to quote the All Saints, "I promise you I've never ever." And I went, "You must, like, maybe 20 years. I've never, ever had a cup of coffee or a cup of tea." And I find that insane.
I think that's crazy.
Yeah. That is bizarre, isn't it? Now, when I was talking to your producer, it's not mine, Posh Ollie.
Yeah,
very posh, by the way, Ollie.
Yeah, Wimbledon.
Yeah, I'm sure you must have walked into this building and looked for the Times radio and just taken a left rather than a right.
You know, he went to Oxford Uni.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Way too clever for talkSPORT.
Oxford and Cambridge wanted him, and he chose Oxford.
Have you noticed all the scripts are written in his words? I tried.
Simon Jordan's son.
I tried. It could be.
He's like, stop it, guys. Stop
he just said it by never ever. Okay.
You're making me blush. Stop.
Who's that going to be?
Simon.
Oh, right. Fine. Okay.
Chris O'Dowd! When you get the offer to be the voice of a sheep.
Yes, you can only dream, really.
Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser. Well, how much of Rip does your husband in real life have about him?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's mad. He's
Kirsty and Phil!
Can we talk about one other thing?
We can talk about loads of things. It's an interview.
Wake up, it's a beautiful morning.
We got 7.5 minutes to see this. Sorry,
yeah, lovely.
Home.
Peter in Finchingfield says 22 at half-time, direct hit with Donovan. Prada cost him 11. 13 out at half-time, personal best. 2 direct hits on Prada and Carol G's. Banbury cake from Anonymous. I am on 0. Cole in Banbury. Not sure. That's right. Everyone's willing, Paul, to get them spot on to trigger Charlie's response. I know what you're talking about. I'm having a nightmare. My score is 52. The Prada one threw me off. That's Ant in Tipton. Waste of time. What guessing how tall footballers are next? It's a childish game. I'm on 29. That's from John at Deb's Ironing Shop in Wakefield.
Thank you, John.
The tournament sponsor.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, second half. 25-26. I'm slightly in the lead. Is that right, Jeff?
Yeah, 25-26.
Okay, birthday number 6, Andy.
Okay, it's Stevie Winwood, the singer-songwriter, Spencer Davis Group and Traffic. And he sits near me at Brentford, actually, and he's a big fan of the central defender, Christopher Ayer. He couldn't understand why I preferred Nathan Collins and Ethan Pinnock.
Yes.
He said to me, "Give me your Ayer love."
That's good,
That's
yeah.
good.
You know, the Stevie Winwood back cat.
Traffic really wrote Dear Mr. Fantasy in the village that I live in.
What about that? Is there a blue plaque?
No, no blue.
Oh, okay. How old is Stevie Winwood?
I think Stevie Winwood is... it's tough, isn't it? It's a difficult game when you get to this bit.
Yeah.
82.
I think you're in that ballpark. Yeah, it must be. I'll go 81.
78.
Oh, sorry, Steve.
Close.
Not bad, though. Good guessing.
Yeah.
28 plays 30.
Oh, okay. 28 to me, 30 to Charlie. Here we go.
Who's got 30? Who's got 20? That didn't
Is that
really
right?
help.
Is
That
it
didn't really
30
help.
to
Jeff.
Charlie, yeah, Jeff?
Who got who got who?
I'm trying to save time. Paul 28, Charlie 30.
Jeff's in a rush.
Has he got to be somewhere?
I don't think he doesn't want to do it today. He's
on the meter. Okay.
He needs a wee. Do you need a wee, Jeff?
Do you need a wee, Jeff? You need a wee, can't have a wee.
Stop the bus, I need it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's the fine musician from Earth, Wind and Fire, Philip Bailey.
Oh,
Philip
yeah.
Bailey. And he loves flying with budget airlines, actually, but not Ryan or Wizz Air. Philip prefers the company started by Stelios. He's an easy lover.
Oh, there we are.
Nice.
They're kind of...
Yeah,
they're almost
very good
they're almost
today.
facts, aren't they? Rather than just...
That's not a fact.
That was a shame. That was a shame.
Okay, Philip Bailey, what
Do
a
you remember?
What a voice.
Do you remember?
He went as high as you did earlier on when you were cheating. I'd say Philip Bailey is 77.
It's difficult, isn't it? Yeah. 80.
Regals, 75.
Oh,
75.
Scores, Jeff.
Are you sure his birthday's not on the 21st of September?
okay.
So
Can you
Paul
get on
2
with it,
out,
please,
Charlie
Jeff?
5 out,
Yeah.
Paul 30, Charlie 35.
Look at the time, Jeff.
It's all right for Jeff to do some material, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
We've all got time for that.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, birthday number...
Suddenly time slowed down while Jeff tells his joke.
Yeah.
Felt like
Well,
2
often
weeks
does.
long.
Birthday number 8.
Chancellor of the
Leave Jeff alone.
Chancellor of the High Court from 2021 to 2025, Sir Julian Flo. And he's a very good paddle player, actually. He recently took on the cricket commentator Ebony Rainsford Brent in our club's mixed singles. What a game it was. First one way, then the other. It was ebb and flow.
Ebb and flow. Julian Flo.
So, what's this junior? What does
he do?
What's his name? Sir who?
Chancellor of the High Court, Lord Justice of Appeal. Stopped in 2021.
Okay.
You don't pack that job up.
19? 18?
Yeah. What do you reckon?
Is it me?
Yeah. You're saying he was born in 1918?
Good hip hop name.
Yeah.
Julian Flo.
Yeah.
Stopped in 2021.
Yeah.
85.
82.
71.
Oh, of course.
We're not playing well today.
No, very, very bad today, isn't it? Very bad.
What's the
Jeff
scores?
rushing me?
Yeah.
It's Paul 11 out, Charlie 14 out. So it's Paul 41, Charlie 49, 8 in it, 2 to go.
2 to go. On to almost going to be 2.
3 minutes. I know we've gone
We'll
too
have to
fast.
play solemn music for a minute.
Now we've gone too
we could just
quickly now.
sit quietly for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Birthday number 9.
Birthday number 9 is Professor Sir Andrew. No, it's wrong. Professor Sir Cyril Chandler.
Oh,
the, paediatric nephrologist, chairman of Great Ormond Street Hospital from 2000 to 2008, Professor Cyril Chandler.
Okay,
and he's written a great tennis book, actually, after spending a year following the women's tour. He got very close to his favourite player, Celis. Yes, it was the one with Monica and Chandler.
There we are. It's nice. I like that.
Cyril Chandler. Nice one.
He
Nice
might
one.
have packed up in 2008. It's not a job you get as a kid, is it? Early 71. I'm going to go 71.
Oh, really?
I think he's older.
I think he's older than that.
Yeah, well.
What am I behind? 8.
71.
81.
87.
Wow, Charlie, well played.
Well, I should have gone higher because I thought he was a lot older,
Wow, okay, well played, Charlie.
I know, but now I'm one behind.
See the difference?
That's actually very well played from you there.
You got a well played from me, you get Banbury cake, I get.
I know. It's fantastic.
Everyone feels sorry for you.
What's the scores?
Oh, yeah, because I'm looking up Cyril Chandler's name in the papers. Everyone's got him in there.
They're the ones that come up. Okay.
So Paul is on 57.
Yeah.
Charlie is in the lead on 55. There is 2 in it.
Right.
So taking the lead with not long to go.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can take the boy out of talking.
Aye.
Very true.
Physician, heal thyself.
Here we go, Paul.
We're all in trouble, let's be honest. Hopeless. It's Professor.
Yeah.
He's a computer technologist.
Yes.
And former vice president of the Royal Society.
Yes.
Professor Sir Andrew Hopper.
Oh, yeah.
Professor Sir Andrew. He recently stowed away, funnily enough, on the Artemis mission to the moon.
Yes.
He was a space hopper.
A space hopper.
yeah.
Of course he was.
How old is he, Charlie?
Can you just tell me his name? and what he does for a living. I wasn't listening, Andy. I'm mentally ill.
Go on then.
Professor Sir Andrew Hopper, computer technologist, and former vice president of the Royal Society.
Right, okay, here we go. Could be anything, couldn't it?
Could be absolutely anything.
What do you think? 30 seconds left.
What have I got? 2. Oh, it's over, isn't it?
Got to be 3.
Pointless playing. 84. Absolutely pointless.
87.
Put it in the bin.
Professor Sir Andrew Hopper
90-something, and he forget it.
Is 73.
Yeah! Eat it! What a game! What a game! Quick game's a good game, Jeff. Well done. Very good.
Charlie's 70th win against Paul. It's 10-4 this year. 4 wins in 5 for
Look
Charlie.
at his face. Just look at his
He actually got up to leave. Defeated. Pathetic.
All is gutted.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Andy. We'll see Andy tomorrow among our guests. David Gower.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, and Tommy Smith, who's off to the World Cup.
Oh, lovely.
The Braintree player with New Zealand. It's been in the news today.
Braintree, talkie Braintree.
Yeah.
Braintree went down.
Yeah. You're back. You're not back Saturday.
No, back Saturday. It's back Sunday. Sunday afternoon, 2 till 6. Game on Virgin Radio.
Do hope you can join myself and Andy tomorrow. Clips of the week and all that. Until then, have a fine evening. Coming up next, it is Darren Bent and Rory Jennings alongside him for Drive.